Podcast, you can't win. I touch black and whites just by stroking my chin. Tell Marva got a plan if he just sit in. And we can be the sons and thus fit in. Talking a good game, topics never lame. Conversations just the same, right before they left the brain. Seriously funny, but if you take us seriously, you end up smiling. If not, laugh hilariously. And every Tuesdays we're on the one, so stay in tune before noon. It's the Podical Sons.
It's ridiculously funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have law degrees. I am Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. How are you, beautiful people? Today we have the lovely Shorty to enjoy with us on this happy turkey day. When y'all get this shit, it's going to be on the Tuesday. To see all of our beautiful faces. I wore some foundation for them. I'm lying my ass off, whatever. But on Tuesday, hit us up on the YouTube. Comment, subscribe. And the other plugs, SoundCloud, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, Google Play, new YouTube audio. Like, subscribe, message. Let's get
wherever you can find it, man. It's one of those things. I think. Well, I guess what was it? Pod jerky? What was it that we were looking at the other day and we were like, shit, it's on here.
Pod junkie, podcast addict. We're out here.
I don't know. It's gotten to the point where it's where we.
It's beyond us. It's beyond us.
I admire your consistency, because like me and my girl are so behind because we have other businesses, but you guys really
consistent.
Yeah, you guys are so consistent.
Yeah,
so good.
Yeah.
I think with us, what we really decided to do before we went full head of steam is like, could we actually dedicate a day? Because you're right, like just trying to do it with all these other things that you try to juggle. Right. It's like it's hard. So it's like,
that's
okay,
a fact.
If we're gonna really try to make this work, what is it that we're gonna do? Do we have like something that we can dedicate to it? And it's like, okay, the Sunday I really have is a free day. Marv really had that as a free day, and it was like, okay, when we start this, we got to know that we're gonna do it, and then just be in it for the long run and long haul, and just push forward. Because
my thing and stuff is that, like, I feel like a lot of black people and shit, they don't got consistency and stuff for that, and that's the thing that always be killing most black businesses and everything like that. So
I mean, that is true, but a lot of us just don't have the free time because, well, anything that takes away time when you could be making money. Yeah. We are so
This is a ka-ching moment, though.
Yeah, it is. It can be. It can grow into something. It can grow into money.
But you're looking for, like, the instant gratification.
That's kind of always the problem that I find with us. But I blame slavery because we're so set back.
Yeah. No. I totally get it.
A lot of us don't have that freedom to maneuver on, like, a lot of us don't even have off days. We're always working, trying to make ends meet and stuff like that.
True.
You know? We're always playing catch up. So it's like...
And that's why I said, it was for us, it was kind of like important to say, okay, we got to be able to set aside a day where we can just actually do it. Because you're right. Like, you got to be able to do other stuff that brings in that monetary fund to keep stuff happening and moving and going forward. Because that's what life dictates, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, it just managed to work out for us. And we're here. I'm here doing mostly this on a Sunday, regardless. If he's not here, I'm messing around with the studio and so forth like that. So,
bitch, you trying to say like I'm not here or something? Who the fuck is
I mean, you're always here, but I mean, whether you would be here or not, it would be a free time that I would have to do this sort of thing.
All right,
don't be offended, man.
I'm shocked and appalled.
How are you offended? You always doing the bullying.
That's not true. St. Marv is in the building, folks. Which camera angle?
I think we're gonna have to post that.
I'll look at all of them.
And I have a guest today that might think otherwise.
He's taking a deep breath because you know he's with some shits. Mr. $28 date. We'll get to that. But yo, let's get to the questions and stuff whatever that we touched on earlier in the week. You might need some more wine for that. Yo. Yikes.
Me already.
I know both of you. Both of you are fucked up.
What? Not little old me. No. Terrace over there? Yes.
Questions you had the Polo Louis?
The Fxck! Look at that. I fucking love it.
No, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it.
Democrats, liberals. They hate the police. The poll, when we polled it and stuff, whatever, said 55% said yeah,
Yeah.
they do. You agree?
I agree for the optics, yeah.
The fuck you mean? Explain.
Well, they hate they hate the police because right now everybody else who's liberal hates the police. And if you go out with that optics, you kind of secure that vote for those people who are running with that, right? But,
right.
I mean, after everything is said and done, and they're in office, whoever's in office, they're gonna be in bed with the police just as anything else. I mean, it's got a budget, right? I think anything that's got a budget, it's politically driven.
Well, I mean, I feel like we're in like a Black Lives Matter type of time and stuff, whatever, and the movement and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are anti-police and stuff, whatever. Like, I want to say, not all, but probably like 7 out of 10.
And that's why I said they would come off to appear to be against the police because they want those people to vote for them.
Mm-hmm. You agree?
I hate politics. I really don't want to comment on anything, but yeah, I can agree for
it.
sure. Of course, I mean, they're gonna play whatever cards that they need to play to get the votes, right? So,
True.
but I personally do not pay attention to politics. I cannot stand it. I can't. I'm here for the fly memes, but like I don't.
But the funny thing, see, and this was so funny and stuff. What I was thinking about it and stuff a while ago. Like,
Yeah.
you in your 40s,
Right.
You in your 20s,
Right.
Me, I'm in my 30s and stuff, whatever. It's like different times in your
You're in your
life.
40s?
I know, right?
Oh my god! Congrats.
Thank you.
It's such a nice stage of life for you. You
That's
finally get your shit together.
Oh my gosh. Go ahead, talk your shit, girl. Go ahead.
Your 40s,
This nigga over here blushing.
You guys in your 40s and like you're just life starts to kind of cruise.
You kind of have the
bit.
understanding of some stuff.
Yeah. Aging sounds scary, but I like that cruise control vibe.
Yeah.
Where you finally get it together.
Well, you know what? I mean, I see you doing your thing too. So you're on a pace of setting yourself, man, and you just keep doing what you're doing, man, and that's it.
Set the tone.
That's it.
Tone.
That's it.
No, I agree. It's just that like I want to say like there's like 3 different type of generations and stuff that are just in here, but I want to say like in my 20s I didn't give a fuck about politics like that.
I didn't give a fuck about politics.
I don't think any of us did, and I think that a lot of us. See, the thing is, it's really important that we do know. Okay, for American politics, I really don't care, but
even Canadian though,
and that's kind of a problem where it's like I think that a lot of young people need to be a bit more educated on politics in a way where it's a bit more interesting because it's beneficial towards us.
Right.
You know, I mean, at the end of the day, these boomers are still voting and they're fucking up everything for us.
Right.
But they're the ones who understand the whole system better than we do. You know, and I honestly think that there's things that I learned in school that are so irrelevant. Like I can calculate a slope, but I don't really. And not just me and my peers, there's things that we miss in terms of politics, you know?
Absolutely.
And we're like, we're just kind of running around in circles because we don't really understand it. And I mean, you know, you're in your 40s, like my parents are in their 40s. Like there's things that my mom still can't kind of explain to me. So there's no knowledge to be passed down where it's like, how do I make an educated decision when voting and understanding what's going on and stuff like that, right? You know?
And then a part of that could be designed by design. I mean,
it is by design. They want you to be uneducated. People bank on you being uneducated. They bank on black people being uneducated because if we don't know shit, we gotta stay in the dark and whatever they say goes, and we just have to follow through with the system, right?
Yeah,
that's just it. So. You know, we were having me and Jaleesa were having a conversation on our show, and we were teaching our guests, you know, you have a problem within your riding, you need to learn how to contact your MPs. Complain like the Indians do because they call off their MP's phone for everything. They call off their MP's phone if they need a passport, you know. Right. And people don't even know how to find they don't even know what MP is, as much as how to find them and contact them. People don't know these things, so it's kind of like you're just living. You know, you're literally just following a system and you had no say in it because you didn't vote or you don't know how to complain or write a letter or reach out, right?
Yeah.
So, but it is by design. You are right. They bank on people being uneducated 110% because, you know, the people that sit at the table with them, they know what's going on.
Yeah.
Right?
And then, I mean, and they're able to pull off of this crap like.
They're able to pull off because nobody's saying, hey, what are you talking about? Like the people who question it are like on social media tweeting, this is ridiculous. Oh my God, what the fuck?
These are the same people that don't know shit.
Bro, what do you mean I have to pay da 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 da? Like, you know, and but they don't know they don't know the other side of it where, okay, you really got to get off Twitter and you got to go outside if you want to do something, if you want to see change, right?
Right.
Actions speak louder than words, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, a lot of people screaming on the net that they don't like things, but they don't. That's all that they know how to do is black screens and tweets, and that's it.
And cancel shit.
Exactly. Cancel this.
Culture.
Hashtag.
Cancel culture.
You know, and I'm not against certain things, because at the same time it's a good thing. Those hashtags for certain things with cancel culture, and or hashtag like defund the police. It is a good thing, but it has to be more than just a hashtag.
Exactly.
It has
Action.
to be.
Action.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Action.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. And the other question and stuff, whatever, is porn. Harmless and moderation. Girl, you gonna be drinking more wine today.
Yeah. So. That's why the bottle is still here. I mean,
I'm sorry if I finished that. Don't judge me.
Hey, no. This is a no judgment zone. Thank you. Finally, we in sync on some shit. Okay. All right.
Listen, if we have to go like this for another bottle, we for another bottle.
Is that the Garcon clap? No. Okay. Porn, harmless in moderation or harmful, period.
You want my opinion?
Yes.
I think it's harmless in moderation. I watch porn. We actually talked about that.
We talked about that.
We touched it. Yeah,
I think it's harmless in moderation.
So do you feel like a few people that might look at porn as just the devil or evil or bad? Just across
I was
the
born
board?
in 1996. My people are disgusting. Like,
Yeah,
I think it's kind of more liberal than.
like we've been talking about porn since forever. We talk about watching it in like groups at school, so it wasn't kind of like it wasn't a taboo.
I would say my generation.
Nobody was
probably
embarrassed
like
about it.
That's true.
The departure from all that. I would say probably the generation before us was probably still on that. But we were kind of on that way of chipping away of that.
The only thing for like with you guys was it wasn't as accessible. That's the thing. But when porn is being filmed, that was like the golden era porn. So you guys got really like the best of porn, in my opinion, because I like vintage porn.
I like vintage porn.
I like vintage porn, and I feel like the girls. I feel like the girls are beautiful.
Like here's my thing. My thing is stuff is that I like hair. I dig a little hair down there.
Okay. You're on your own with that. I like the glamour. I like the glamour part. I like when the girls look really good. I like the lingerie.
And they did acting.
Do you think? Okay, I was about to say. Do you think back then it was more focused on the actual storyline? Because
yes, and I told you I need storyline.
I don't need a storyline.
I don't need a storyline either. But I'm saying back then.
I hate intros.
You hate intros?
I hate intros. I hate storylines. I don't want to see.
Are you a fast forwarder? Or are you just like?
I'm a fast forwarder. I want to see what I need to see, and I don't want to nut to the wrong scene. So just keep it where it is. I don't care.
I like a little
and
build
you need build up. You need build up.
I need a little build up and stuff for it. Cause I need to know like how the fuck she got there or something like that.
You know what? My answer is the same thing, but like, why does it matter? I feel like it's so irrelevant.
No,
like,
because if I'm there watching,
God.
check it. If I'm there watching this, she's there like doing a little twerk, a little pose, a little seductive type of thing, and the dick come out of nowhere, be like, who authorized this dick to just drop out of nowhere and stuff, whatever. That's my thing. That's all I'm saying.
This could be a charge waiting time.
Yeah, I'm like,
this dick can't just pop out.
Ask her name. Can the real world work like that? Niggas will walk up to you and stuff, whatever. Damn, you look hot. You did posing, doing your little Snapchat shit, and then
they do.
Pot out. Dick just come out.
They do. I'm not saying it's right, but they do.
Damn, you got some bold ass dudes out
They
here.
belong in
Salute
jail.
to them. Yeah, I'm about to say
They
jail be calling
jail.
soon.
Jail.
They might find themselves somewhere.
I seen an intro on Twitter where like I think it was Lisa Ann or Julianne, I can't remember, but it was like there was a guy in his bathtub, like
when she was a lifeguard.
Like, there's no lifeguard at your beach or whatever, and I'm like, it's in a fucking bathtub, and she's like, oh my god, then she's like, shark, and he's like, oh my god, he jumped out the water. He's like, lady, there's no shark. You know what I mean? She's like, and then he's like, I think you should go. And she's like, I think we should stay. I think I should stay and we should fuck. And I'm like, I'm looking at her. I'm like, you guys need this to watch? Like, I'm looking at her, and I'm like, I don't need this. This is like, this
it spoke to my soul. That is a golden Woody right there.
That was the performance.
I don't need it.
That scene.
And the thing is with me is I don't necessarily watch straight porn, so I don't care for that. Like
So you
don't need the interaction.
Yes. Yeah. Like, I don't need the interaction because I'm gonna watch lesbian porn. They don't need to do all the jibber jabber. Like, what? I don't. Storylines to
Yeah,
me. Just
Okay, so Mark, what is the
upset me.
storylines in lesbian porn
So,
that
okay.
has you so attracted?
What lesbian porn and stuff, but they might have some thing and stuff like, all right, there's one where they might have like a law firm full of women, or they might have like a realtor and stuff showing off houses.
Oh God, that
and
sounds
shit
like
that.
sounds like you love Naughty America and Dogfight Network. Like I just
Yes, you get me. You see right through me.
like I'm just.
How do you do that shit?
Like I can't. Like I can't. I can't.
Salute to Dogfight Network.
Court porn.
Not America.
And not the American.
Yeah, and DDF. Like I can't. Like
A little storyline, just a little quick storyline. Just let me know something.
Okay.
That's it.
Real estate agent.
But like, yo, some people, they when I was posing him the question, whatever, and there was a dude. He was fully offended. He was a preacher. He's a preacher's son,
right.
and he fully got. He's like, nah. He's like, people can go on the deep end and stuff, whatever, sex trafficking and everything like that. So I'm like, what do you say about the women who have OnlyFans pages?
Right.
That's still considered porn. And I'm like, she's her boss, her own manager.
Making her own money.
Yeah, that's all her. So I'm like, what do you say to that with her? He's like, that's a small percentage. I'm like, OnlyFans is popping now, okay?
Yeah.
OnlyFans is popping.
there's all kinds of people on OnlyFans.
Exactly.
And it's not only for porn, but I mean, let's be real. That's
Could you imagine?
It's weird how it's
there's
weird
people
how
with
they
cooking channels on there. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
could you
when
imagine?
people
You pay your
say
money to see
OnlyFans.
like fucking Tip Drill Goddess. Say you pay your money to see fucking Buffy the Body or some shit like that.
But
And
you
you
know
think
what?
you
I
don't get
honestly,
news. She's just there cooking or making a hot cup of cocoa. I want my fucking money back.
would you though? What if she did it like seductively, or what if it was just like one video?
No, I'm gonna Pornhub for free for that shit.
I guess.
gonna make some
I kind of like it though because you know what? A lot of models and a lot of girls who are in the industry are getting the money that they deserve. Porn stars aren't making a lot of money.
That's
anymore.
very true, because
There's
a lot of piracy.
I mean, there's porn stars that
There's
are
a lot of piracy,
escorting.
though.
Yes, there is a lot of piracy, and the internet. See, the internet has ruined porn, right? Which is what all of the older porn stars have complained about was the internet.
Right.
Whereas before they would sell DVDs, they would have meet and greets, they would get booked for more things. Now you have a lot of porn stars doubling as escorts because that's how they're making their money. They're making a big.
Really?
I mean, listen,
Really?
you could book some of your favorite porn stars right now for services. Especially the younger girls.
Stop scratching your chin over there. Man.
I mean, I
might put a hole in your face.
Right? You
it
might put
easy.
a hole in your pocket.
Take it easy.
You know, that's how they're making their money, but I feel like OnlyFans is kind of giving them a bit more control. But the thing is that people are still the piracy issue. They're still recording it and putting it back on Pornhub.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see. You know, one guy takes one for the team and then it ends up on Reddit or Pornhub or wherever the hell is, and you type in that girl's name and you can see her scenes. Which I think is mean, but it is what it is.
So okay, let me ask you this now. Pertaining to OnlyFans, right? Is there like a package deal? Because when I was trying to do some research on OnlyFans and stuff, whatever before, is there like a package deal where you get like multiple things, or you just individually have to pay for his OnlyFans, your OnlyFans, and then another person's OnlyFans?
Okay, like I know a few girls who are on OnlyFans, and it's usually you pay your $25 a month, and you get to see everything that's on there, and then
Just
you
for
can,
that one
for the
person's
one
page.
month, yeah, for that one person's page,
For that one person's page, yeah.
So everything that you want to subscribe to, you have to pay for, right? And then the thing is if you really like that person, remember, like some girls do custom content, so once you subscribe to their page, you can message them and say, hey, I'll pay extra for like a foot job video.
So wait, so after I pay my $25,
You can pay more for custom content if you want something specific,
If you
tailored
want-
for you,
right,
tailored for you,
right.
Which is, I mean, it is what it is. And the thing is, it's not everybody charges $25. As you,
I see some low fee ones.
I see some real low fee shit, but
Right.
I don't condone that because I feel like I feel like everybody.
You don't condone the low fee?
No, I feel like
There should be a starting. There should be a starting platform.
Exactly.
Like, you shouldn't be able to go any lower than that.
Exactly. There should be, because I mean, like, okay, just think about it. Like in the club, standard $20 a dance.
Right.
So everybody can, whether you might make more than the other girl, but at least you know that if everybody gets one dance a night, you all made $20. There's no short change. And if you charge $14, you're gonna get your ass beat. So I kind of feel like it should be the same way. I feel like there should kind of be a minimum for everybody, so everybody can eat, because.
Okay, when you put it like that, the perspective changes.
But
That's how I feel.
In saying that though, right? It's like I get what you're saying, but there's a reason why you're gonna spend $25+ versus
There's a reason
14
because
or
you look.
10.
There's quality.
Right.
There's a difference. There's a difference in the quality that you're getting. You're probably most of the women that you see charging that kind of range, they're either professional porn stars or they have like a setup like the studio where they have the lights, the cameras. You're getting not even HD. You're getting 4K. You're getting that 4K shit.
4K.
You're getting squirting in 4K.
4K
Exactly.
clit.
Exactly, 4K clit. That's what you're getting, and you see what you're paying for. You can see what you're paying for.
And so what, for the $5 and stuff, where you get like a cell phone?
$5 you get like the iPhone.
No, that's Android. Like, that's Android right there.
Yeah, you get like the guy holding the camera like this, like this, and he's just kind of getting it, and you're just amateur shit. Just it is what it is, She might have a fat ass or something. You might like her or whatever, but her shit's low, whatever. Just.
Okay, so there should be 2 tiers then. If there should, because I agree with you. There should be a price where you start at and kind of keep it level across the playing field.
But that's always the problem with like the sex industry that you always find, where there's people who charge nothing and then people who want to charge X amount, which is decent, and then it is what it is. But I don't know. I'm not against it. It is what it is. But I feel like it just could be.
I'm about to date myself, man. I remember.
You about to date?
Going to strip clubs when strip dances was $10.
Okay.
Oh, you're.
Listen,
he 40.
Yeah. That's what I'm about to say. I'm about to date myself.
$10.
When dances.
$10 US.
Nah.
I remember this one club we went to, right? This lady was walking around and she was talking about $5 dances, $5 dances.
So that's half price.
And you looked at this lady and you knew why it was $5 dances. Mm-hmm. But in saying that, you also knew that there was somebody who was paying $5 for those dances.
That is very fucking valid.
So,
that is very true. Okay. I see it. No, I don't feel like... I feel like porn in moderation and stuff is harmless.
It definitely is. It's not a big deal.
Because I feel
sometimes it can spice up certain things. I believe.
I think so too.
No, absolutely. I feel like that and stuff. See, we're looking at the pros and cons. So I feel like the cons might be the trafficking,
right?
The underage shit,
right?
And the addiction. Like, some people can't separate reality from fiction and stuff, whatever, because I heard, like, some dudes...
Yeah, and then they hump you like they're... Oh, God, I don't want to...
Hump me? Wait.
I mean...
ain't nobody humping me. I'm not a cheap thrill.
Sorry, bad flashback.
We didn't mean to trigger. We didn't mean to trigger anything.
That's a PTSD moment right there.
Sorry.
We didn't mean to trigger anything.
Care to share?
Care to share? No, because men watch porn and then they try to fuck you like Mike Adriano or like Mr. Marcus, and then they're... banging the shit out of you, and you're like, this is not gonna get the job done. And I think we need to see, I'm at a point now where like I'm in a relationship and that's fine, but like before, and I'm not really a casual sex kind of person, but like I just get up, like I'm gonna get up and leave because you're not fucking me properly, and I'm no.
We just can't have a conversation.
I think that
and you don't got the time to stop him and coach him.
I don't.
We can't have a conversation.
No,
be like, hey baby.
No, and the things for me is I'm bi, so I know myself, right? And if I'm gonna sleep with a man, it needs to be right.
Right.
And I understand that if you sleep with somebody for the first time, there's gonna be things that you have to talk about, and you're gonna have to work out some kinks. But the one thing you're not about to do is fuck me like I am Lisa Ann, because I will get up and leave. Unless I told you to do that shit, that is what you're not going to do. Like, you're not about to lick my pussy like and then bang me because I'm gonna get up and leave. I hate that shit. I hate that men watch porn and think that this is how I do it.
We spoke about that.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
This is how I do it. No, I hate
because
that.
some people can't differentiate reality from fiction.
Exactly.
From fantasy.
Exactly. And it's acting. I am sorry to burst anybody's bubble, but they are acting.
No, but it needs to be burst.
Yeah.
They're acting.
It needs to be burst.
And I honestly think that more women should speak up. I find that a lot of women are scared to say you're not screwing me properly and you're not doing me properly. Yeah. Because they don't want to be that person, or like they kind of just take it till it's finished and they're uncomfortable, or they're not pleased, they're happy, but it's like, you need to say something because he's gonna go fuck somebody else like that,
and thinking he's doing a damn thing.
He's gonna run into somebody like me, and I'm gonna tell him another thing. Exactly, thinking he's a porn star, and he's gonna run into somebody like me who's gonna put on their clothes and walk out the door because I don't want that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. That is not for me.
You hear that? You hear that, fellas? I mean, don't be going in there like you're Mr. Marcus or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Don't
I
do
think
that.
it's a communication kind of thing, though. I
It
feel
is,
like, yo,
and
you have
there's
to
communication
talk.
that you have. Okay, like your first time sibling, so obviously you're gonna walk through it and you kind of be like, oh, do you like this? Do you like that? Like, you know, while you're doing it, so you can please that person.
This is where men were fucked up. Not me, but I remember I said it. So what I say to a woman is, if I sleep with a woman on 2 times, right? 2 separate events.
Yeah.
Before the 3rd time pop off, I'm like, yo, tell me something you like that I do in the bedroom.
You fucked up.
Tell me something you don't like I do in the bedroom.
Right.
Tell me something you want me to do and stuff, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
That
I get
should be
it.
after the first time.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, some
should
people and
be-
stuff, whatever, like.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
That should be
some
after the
people
first
kinda
time.
sticky.
Maybe that's just me though, because I'm rude.
No, but it doesn't say fuck. You getting up? You
I'm
leaving a
not-
man with a stiff dick in the bed? You getting up? Of
Yeah,
course
I
you
mean,
do.
like, even if a man pulls on his pants and I don't like what's down there, I'm gonna leave.
Oh shit!
I've done that before.
You know, okay.
I've done that before. I don't like it. I'm gonna just go home.
Circumcised or natural organic dick.
I've never paid attention. I'm gonna lick it either way. I don't really care. I don't.
MVP.
I personally don't.
MVP.
I personally don't care. I don't. Okay, I will say that if like
Take a deep
You may
breath.
have a preference.
I don't have a preference, but I kind of feel like if it's too small and there's too much skin, then I don't know.
You're not gonna suck it. You gonna get more jerk?
Yeah, I'm a jerky till it pops up a little bit. I don't really like that turtleneck too much. Like it's okay. It's okay.
You got too much sweat on. Sweat on.
Like if it's bigger, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like it's not that bad. But if it's too small, I'm gonna just leave anyway because you're wasting my fucking time.
This is true.
Yeah, there you go.
This is true.
You are wasting my time.
No, but see, and that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. I feel like who was it? Summer Walker when she said girls need love too. Like I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of women need to take more empowerment into the whole sex thing.
Yeah.
Because I always said this.
A lot of women are scared. We live in a sexually
Women fake
liberated time.
orgasms and men fake relationships. Because no one's keeping it real from both
I don't
sides.
know why women fake orgasms. Like, why don't you want that orgasm? Like, stop doing that.
They're not keeping it real. And that's the thing.
I don't
When
care.
you
I
make
would
it
rather
real-
have an argument or a fight than to fake an orgasm.
That's true.
I don't care.
No, I mean, but that's part of
It's
it.
not
I would
worth
have
it for me.
to. I would have to believe that anybody faking an orgasm just does not like orgasms. How could you
Why would you-
experience an orgasm?
But the thing is,
and then want to fake it
that's
and not
easy.
want to
That's
reach
easy for
it.
you to say as a man, though, because remember, as a woman, it takes more to get off. You're guaranteed your nut at the end of every session, unless like you're on something that. I don't know if you snorted something or you drank something. Unless you're on something, you probably won't finish, right? That's like a possibility for you. But most men, you're guaranteed a nut. That's why you even wanted to do it in the first place, because you wanted to get a nut off. For women, it's gonna take a bit more work, and a lot of women don't come off penetration.
Right.
Yes.
So okay, if you're not finishing off penetration, that's gonna be a bit more work, right?
Right.
And then some women just fake it to, like, you know, stroke a man's ego or whatever and make him feel good, or just get it over with, because it's like you're already ruining it, so they don't even want to get into it. Like, it's easy for you to say how, but at the same time, I understand why you might fake it, because, like, you know, a guy thinks he's doing all this work and he's stroking you. He's like, oh my god, like, you're not gonna come for me, you're not gonna come. Ah, okay, fine, whatever, I'll do it. But
Okay.
Get it over with.
Okay. I get that, but if you gotta fake it all the time when you're with this person,
Come on,
I
to
mean,
like something.
But exactly, if you have to fake it all the time when you're with that person, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna get up.
yeah, I
You understand, right?
Get up. You would have.
You're gonna have to
if
get up.
you gotta fake it every time,
Like, I know, like, my man said to me that he spat on a girl's back one time because he just couldn't finish.
The middle of her back?
He just, like, you know, fucking her from the back and spat on her back. So, like, he nutted. Because he said,
Holy
first time he
shit.
licked he was,
No, that's a hawk too.
yeah, you know what I mean?
That's a
Because
loogie.
no, you can't do the hot.
That's a loogie loo.
they're gonna hear.
You
Yeah.
got.
You gotta like build it up. You gotta like build it up in your mouth, right? But he was saying to me, it's just like the first time, like he smashed whatever. It was like the first time, and he smashed, and it just didn't work out. Like, you know, when you're fucking somebody, and you're trying to find the position that works, the angle that works, whatever. He just said the box just wasn't doing it for him, And he's like, I couldn't finish. And he's like, honestly, and she's like, oh, she wanted to know. She's like, oh my God. She's like, I want to know that you finished. She just spat on her back and left. And that's the story that he told me. Maybe she has another side to the story, but that's what he told me. And I think that if you have to spit on somebody's back.
And that brings up something else we need to talk about.
Oh, God.
Who's more offended that they weren't able to make you finish? Because us men, we know some women may be impossible to get to finish.
It is hard. I'm one of those women.
I have a female friend. When she was dating and stuff, whatever. She's booed up now, but she told me that she used to lie to dudes, say she was a squirter. Right. It would motivate niggas. So it would just get them going like, oh my gosh, I see this shit in action. Yeah, I need to see this myself and stuff, whatever. And she said that's when she know dudes will try extra hard and stuff. They'll go into DJ clip, they'll lick, suck more, do everything like that. You're not squirting now. You're not squirting now. Fuck, they'll do the most.
Anything to see it happen.
To see it happen and stuff. Yeah. She's looking like, nigga, I'm just trying to get my nut. Like,
right? You know? So they're putting in work because they want to see a show.
Yeah, they want to see a show.
Okay, because I see how that works. Because for some men, that's more of like, oh wow, I never seen that before. So they're gonna do any. I get
we do that at your house because I gotta clean that shit up at my house. That's a problem right there. Like, you're not about to be pissing on my damn TV and stuff because you squirt that far. Negative.
Oh, man. Yeah.
But do you think a woman would feel offended that she's not being able to make you nut? Seeing that
it is offensive.
Most men will always finish.
It kind of.
She don't got the whap.
Then you feel like your pussy's trash.
Yeah, because she don't got the whap.
Yeah, that's not it. Unless you're unless you're intoxicated, then you definitely your box.
Let me ask you now.
I don't know.
This man over there, he had a problem with the WAP song. Is WAP female empowerment? The song itself.
I'm thinking because it's like I don't want to say empowering. It's definitely liberating. At the end of the day, empowerment is the wrong word. It's the right, but it's the wrong word. Okay. For me, the way how I see it is, men talk about having sex with women on every record.
All the time, every track.
Every single record. You know, men have wrote the most beautiful songs based off of having sex. And it's like, now that we're in 2020, and I'm not even going to say just 2020, because women have been rapping about sex for a very long time. But right now, women, Kim, Missy... I mean, Missy has said the dirtiest shit on records, and because I feel like people were more into the beats that they weren't really listening to what Missy was saying.
Talking to me.
Thank you. Missy has said some dirty shit, and I mean, like we had Trina, and Trina was nasty. Like Trina was nasty as hell, but
Trina said she made him dude eat the pussy on her period.
Yeah,
on the baddest
while his children home. While his children are home, like come on,
my period on while his children home.
Exactly. I love Trina. I love me some Trina, but I think that people are just fake offended because men do it all the time. Men talk about freaky hoes and bad bitches and fat asses and wet pussy all the time on every record. Even R&B records. He might be, serenading you, but he's saying some nasty shit. Like, I think people are fake offended. It is what it is. Why is it now that when women do it, everybody wants to get on misogynistic?
I think because to me, I think they look at it from a shock factor and stuff. Like,
why? Because you're not supposed to talk about your vagina?
Well, then that's the thing and stuff that kills me because I'm like, if you have a song that's about like if I'm talking about like how big my dick is or something like that.
Why can't I talk about how tight my pussy is?
Yeah, exactly.
What difference does it make? That's why I like dancehall because girls talk about the needle eye on every track and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, ladies all been doing it.
Yeah, North Americans, ladies all been doing it. Spice been doing it. They don't care.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's why I like dancehall. North Americans are so fake offended. Like, shut up, man.
Well, people need someone to feel. They need someone.
You want to be someone to blame?
No, but
I've seen people say,
what
kind of role model is this for my children? Why are your children listening to Cardi B and Meg? I'm sorry, like that's your problem. Like you leave your kids with the iPad and they go find WAP on YouTube. That's your problem. You leave your 5-year-old and to go listen to WAP. That is your problem as a parent. Like, you know what I mean? They're artists. They're out here making their art and putting out their music. And it's your job as a parent to say, hey, I don't want my child listening to this. So I'm going to just put some parental controls
I know.
on the YouTube.
It's a bit too late.
Yeah, it's a bit too... That's your problem now. Then you want to blame them when your kid is talking about he bought an iPhone for this wet ass... That's your problem.
It's funny. It's funny because I mean, we know this to be true.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, the companies also know this to be true, and they bank on your laziness.
Everybody
Because
banks on
they
everybody's
say-
lack of everything.
Yeah, they bank on the fact that you're not gonna go ahead and put these safeguards in.
So whatever, I'm gonna take
For
this
you to-
view
for-
and add it up and go double platinum and
Ye-
make this money off streaming and call
For
it a
sure,
day.
that's it.
Like, what are they gonna say? Do you think they're gonna cancel their artists and fire their artists because you're an offended parent? Fuck you. Do your job.
Ah,
Do your job.
that's
Well,
it.
because okay, so right now, some people were saying, like, especially when the song came out, because you said your piece and stuff for the, one of the earlier shows and stuff for that before, but then somebody was saying that it doesn't give women a proper light, whatever. So I was like, does I lost it. I saw your light flash
Easy.
before my eyes
Easy.
just a while ago.
What? It doesn't give women what?
We went from bad role playing sex experiences.
Stop triggering me. Like, what's going on? It doesn't put women in a proper light.
Yeah, so it's not giving them a proper quote unquote image now. Apparently, that's what these people are saying. Like me, I'm like, it's a song.
There
it's a
are
song.
literal men who are abusers that don't put men in the right spotlight. Why are you worried about Cardi B and Meg?
Yeah, facts.
There's bigger things to worry about.
bigger picture.
There's bigger
always
fish to fry.
bigger fish to
There
fry.
are way bigger fish to
Always
fry.
bigger
It
fish.
is some damn, and I don't understand. How could it not put what?
Okay, so all right. Do you feel that like certain type of music and stuff that they drop will kind of reflect on violence towards women? Because I remember there was a Jadakiss line and stuff, whatever. He said in like in the Get Money freestyle and stuff, whatever. It hurt when I had to beat you. You knew too much, so I had to keep you. So now, and there's certain dudes and stuff, but they'll hear other songs about like, and they were saying like they'll smack a chick and everything like that, and it'll go from just music to actual action.
Right.
Yeah, I think that is a thing, whether it's a male artist or female artist.
Right.
And I think that's also TV, movies, any form
As-
of art
I was about
has
to
an
say-
influence
Any form of
on
art.
I was about to say,
people.
any
Of
form of
course.
art,
It
and then
does.
even with music, it's not just the rap genre. I mean, you've had country
No.
music that's been saying
Country
stuff like
music,
that.
rock music.
You name a country song. Because I don't really
There's
mess with
there's
country like that.
few Johnny Cash songs that
I
that
beat my woman.
that'd be violent.
Oh yeah.
God.
Yeah,
I just know I hurt myself today. Track. That's all I heard.
it's something that I wouldn't say it's a typical like male trope, but there was a certain period where in time that was an accepted practice where you
That's
where,
true.
where you
That's how you
where-
kept your bitch in
yeah,
line.
that's how you kept her in line.
Unfortunately.
It was
I just keep my woman in
Unfortunately.
lane and stuff. Take them to a bowling alley.
Raising your voice wasn't enough. You had to smack that bitch. Unfortunately, and I'm not saying it's right.
No,
but I'm
we're
saying
not saying
We're not saying it's right. We're not condoning it.
We're not condoning it.
Yeah.
But in a different time, that was more of a he smacked me. That wasn't abuse. In a certain era, that
so it wouldn't be
was oh my god, I
strange to
fucked
hear that in
up.
a
Well, yeah,
I did
'cause,
something.
like-
I did something so bad. I need to do better to my man. That's how women take it, and unfortunately, that's how a lot of women who are being abused take it. But I upset him. It was my fault. You know what I mean? And we've seen it in movies where the daughter's being abused and she goes to her mother and the mother will tell you, shut up.
Yeah.
That's what it is,
Yeah.
right? Because she's from a different time.
Different time.
Exactly.
Remember Honeymooners? He's like, yo, like she fucked up on dinner. One of these days, pow, right to the moon. And I'm looking like, yo,
it's like anything, but
that was
that's
black and
why-
white. That was way before us.
That's
way before us. But
I
yeah,
mean,
On
it's-
dinner.
It's for
On
that,
dinner.
but it's for that exact same reason why you will never see or ever hear about an episode of The Honeymooners, because certain things they just can't air now.
No.
You know what I mean?
no,
It's like
no.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
things
if you
that
watch
can't be
like
the
aired
culture
now.
was different.
There's
The culture was
I mean, the
different.
culture was different 20 years ago.
Yeah.
There's cartoons that I grew up on
That
like,
can't play now.
That cannot.
There
play
was so much, even I find, to be honest, people say, oh, things back then were so much cleaner and wholesome. And when I go back and I watch even like my favorite cartoons or just some shows, there was so much sexual innuendos and there was so many
Listen.
little hidden things. And I'm like, wholesome where?
I go back now and watch some of these Jerry Seinfeld episodes,
Right.
and I'll be like, yo, so, like some of the like cracks they make like borderline homophobic that would never fly today. I'm even shocked that somebody's.
But we live in a
Even
progressive.
remember that song,
time.
dude, just like a lady, like
Yeah.
that couldn't, like, no, that's that would be considered transphobic now, like, you know what I mean?
Would it?
Yeah,
It would, it would be considered
You
offensive.
look like I know the Aerosmith song.
Yeah, I love Aerosmith, but that can't fly now. There's so many things from then that can't fly now.
Cannot fly
Ever.
now.
No. It is what it is. See, the thing is like, we have it in the back of our brains, and like, if we saw it now, we would accept it for what it is because it's from a different time. But say somebody wrote that into like the latest episode of, I don't know, Power. Oh my God. Actually, no, Power is 50's show, and a lot of ignorant people watch Power.
But the
So,
new
you know,
but the Book of Ghosts and stuff with, with Drew.
I know. Mans were like, losing their
it threw me
minds.
off.
They were losing their minds because they're like, 50 did this, but it's like, we live in 2020. This is a common thing.
This is norm.
It's the norm.
And your generation is probably like the last generation where they really had, preach that have tough skin and don't make people bother you when they offend you. Now it's just like they're not even teaching that. They're just flat out saying, don't offend
people.
nobody.
Period.
Yeah.
No,
don't offend nobody. Don't even bother developing tough skin because
siblings who are younger, and there's no tough skin. My siblings aren't punks per se, but they are different. My sister is 16 and my brother is 12, and the way how things are for them is everything is accepted. Everybody can be who they are freely. Right. There's no hiding behind curtains. There's no hidden gay guy. There's no bullying. It's like, bullying still exists, but you can't do certain things because it's like, if you're a bully, you're the anomaly now, where everybody's gonna get you the fuck out of here because why are you like this? Right. You're problematic.
You're absolutely right.
And I think it's okay. I think it's kind of cool that there's more awareness on mental health issues and bullying, and kids aren't like that anymore because so many kids have died or lost their lives or have gone through depression and all kinds. And not to say that they're still not, but because they can be who they are freely, it does help.
So okay,
it does help.
I asked him and stuff a few weeks back and stuff, whatever. Like, are you for teaching your kids how to fight?
Oh, yeah. No, my kids are going to whip your ass.
Because some people and stuff, whatever, they're against that.
No, I'm me. I can fight. Right. I'm me.
And you would teach your kids.
I will teach my kid a right hook. Like, I don't care. And I want their father. I would want, my children's father, teach them how to fight. Because, I'm sorry, I don't care about all this. Everybody's accepted shit. You do something to my kid, they're beating your ass.
Don't
you
fuck with mine.
Expel my child. I don't care. You can expel my child. I'll take them to the next school. I don't care. Don't fuck with mine. Because that's me. My parents never had a problem with me fighting. My dad would be like, so what happened? Like, my dad would ask me what happened, and then he'd be like, did you win? He'd look at my face, like, are there bruises? No, I'm good.
And when we were saying it, we weren't saying, like, we're going to teach our kids to fight for them to go out there and start bullying the world.
Defend yourself. Don't let nobody do you like that. You're not a punk. I didn't raise a punk, so of course I'm gonna teach my kids to ball a fist. Man, your kid fucked up my kid. I feel sorry for your kid. That's it.
I remember, like, was in 4th grade, I lost a fight, whatever, right? And then the dude bust my lip and stuff, whatever, but he ain't getting no scars and stuff on him and everything like that. They brought us to the office.
Right.
Called both of our parents and shit like that. His mom took a while to come in and stuff, whatever. She came in and stuff, whatever, talked to assistant principal and shit like that. Then my mom come in because she left work, and she's like, that guy? That little MAGA boy? The fuck am I feeding you for? I was like, yo. She's like, you let him bust your lips? She's like, licking blood clot by. I was looking like, yeah, I can't do that in the office. Like, like, that's not gonna happen.
I'm gonna miss my opportunity.
Yeah, I was looking like, I'm like, I'm sorry. My mom had a full-out attitude and stuff on the way back home. She's like, none of this shit again. She's like, no.
He better have a scratch on him next time.
She's like, yo, we need to get some fucking lessons or something like that, whatever.
Some
I was like,
yes,
something. And I was looking like, damn. I'm like, that was the last time I ever lost a fight. Hand to God. That was in 4th grade. I'm like, nah.
Nah, because if your mom tells you, like, you're not throwing fists properly.
You
should feel some type of way.
I did.
You should. Like, that's your mom. Your mom's getting at you for not fighting properly. Like, you definitely should feel some type of way. And I want my children to be... I don't want my children to bully. I don't believe in bullying. I've been bullied. I've been the girl who's been picked on. My hair, the way I look, my complexion. I've been pushed into lockers. I've been picked on. I've been in that situation. So I don't condone bullying. Like, you know, like almost 2.5, maybe 3 years ago, I was driving past a high school and I seen people picking on this girl. Like, I've been that girl and I drove past high school. I see people picking on this girl. They're like pushing her and she did not want to fight.
Right.
And
right.
Was she a black girl?
Yes.
Ooh,
and
the most disrespected.
She did not want to fight. There were boys and girls like making fun of her. I jumped out my car.
Yeah.
I pulled over and I jumped out my car. And I said, "You have 5 seconds to get the fuck back, or else I'm gonna start swinging on all of you. I don't care. I don't care." And because I'm short, like I look like a high school, whatever.
I'm about to say, you make the
I
cut.
look, exactly. So I'm eye to eye,
I
or
gotta
like
shave
some of
my
them are
beard
taller
off for
than
that
me.
shit. I can't go up in and say that shit like
some
that.
of them are taller than me, and I don't care. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, and I walked her to the I'm like, where do you want me to go? I walked her to the end of the street, and I made sure she got to where she was going safely because they were picking on her. Right. And I'm like, I don't care. I'll fight all of you right now because she did not want to fight. Like, I know that feeling in your stomach where you feel sick and you just want to get home and they're like swarming her. And I'm like, it's like, to me, I was looking and I'm like, it's snowing, it's icy outside. Like, she could drop and bust her head. Like, this is someone's child. Like, let her get home safely, you know?
Right.
It's not like she's antagonizing anybody or acting up or yelling. Like, if I see that and I see the both of you are yelling, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you guys want to fight each other.
Nah, but you can tell that she
did
no parts of it.
And you did the right thing.
Yeah.
I'll never forget her because, like, just seeing, I was coming from picking up my little brother and sister from school, and I was just like, nah, like, what if she doesn't make it home?
Yeah.
What if she doesn't make it home?
That's the deeper question.
And you were saying, like, you were that girl.
I was that girl.
You were that girl.
I've been that girl. I've been that girl so many times. And I know what it is. You know, people are calling, like, I rolled down my window and I could literally hear people calling her ugly and making fun of her complexion, and like they yanked her hair, like they yanked her ponytail, like she's trying to walk and they pulled her back, and I'm like, what if she falls, like, you know? So, and then I was like, nah, you know what, I'm gonna get out my car because everybody's driving by, minding their business, this white ass neighborhood, and I'm like, you know what, make sure this girl gets home.
See, it's wow, it's fun. And you said that's high school, right?
Honestly, they may have been like 8th grade.
Maybe
maybe high school, maybe 8th grade. I don't know. You know, these kids.
See, here lies the dilemma, right? Because we're at the same time we're saying 16 and under, like, we're teaching them not to be bullies, and we're teaching them to accept everybody, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're trying to teach them that, like, social media is saying, no, you got to be a certain way. You got to be like this. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do they decipher all that when we saying we're trying to tell them accept everybody for who they are, and then they jump online and say, and all they're hit with every day is like, no, you gotta be like this.
I think
to be
social
accepted.
media is a bit different nowadays, and at least for them, like my sister is on social media, like, you know, she's 16, she's like that prime age, she's almost 17, and I'm sorry, but her group of following is like so different. And I think it also kind of contributes to like the neighborhood that you're from as well, and like who's in your inner circle.
Right.
But my sister does go to school up here off of like Mississauga Road or whatever. And most of her friends are dorks. They like K-pop, they eat sushi, they don't even have house parties. Completely different environment.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that's also a contributing factor to it. But for the most part, like the shit that I've seen, like what they talk about online is so blase, and they're all like, you know, they'll be like, you're transphobic, you're homophobic, like they don't play that shit. They call anybody out who acts like that. Right. So they're a very different set of children. I think they're definitely more woke than we were.
Right.
For my age.
I can agree to that.
Yeah, they're definitely a lot more woke to
I can definitely agree to that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like even like I wanted to say, if you thought about when you were in school, like you were in like elementary, and you seen like the quote unquote family photo,
right?
You never seen like, you know, mom and mom, dad and dad.
No,
right.
That was the number.
That wasn't back then.
Kids like
but
that.
That's been like when I first heard of them doing that in kindergarten. Yeah, that would have been, I would say, geez, at least 10 years now. So I mean, that's been instituted for a while now. So this is why it's interesting to me, right? To like see, okay, like the 16-year-olds or 15, because if I'm thinking 10 years ago, they would be 5. They would just be entering into kindergarten, junior kindergarten.
Mm-hmm. At 10 years,
so they're
15,
getting
16
that.
now.
So they're getting that, right? Yeah. To see that, but then to also see the flip side of of, yeah, that may be accepted, but we're still in the area of body shaming, right? Where we're saying she may, I mean, and it's changing
I don't
now.
think so.
Where we're saying she may be too fat, or you gotta look a certain way, or people are still
No,
striving
women
to
still
look a
body
certain way.
shaming because women shame short men. That's a definite. Yeah, you got something to say?
No.
Say it to them. Okay,
Yeah.
no further question. Defense
No
versus this
comment.
case.
Okay.
All right, as you were,
I
kind sir.
have nothing to say.
So-
I don't care about short men. Is your pocket long? Is your pocket long? Can we
My
talk
pocket
about
good. My pocket good.
That's all that matters then.
Yeah.
Who cares?
What was
Whatever.
that?
Stand on
Meet me at the London?
stand on couple
Yeah,
stacks,
you know, you
dollars,
6'9"
is it good?
on your money.
Money's-
Like, you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
whatever. Who cares?
6'1", standing 9'9" too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, who cares? Whatever. You're good on your money. Like, that's all that matters. When I was a kid, I used to talk shit about short guys, you know, whatever. But it's just, I'm grown now, you know. It's what's going on with your pocket? Like, can we talk about that? Like, that's what matters.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
And DeVito
What?
a short ass dude, but he
the
still
tallest
got
tallest
guap.
of women with all that duck.
Because he had the bread.
He has the money, man. He has the
that
money.
Body shaming is always going to be a thing. I personally don't think that's ever going to go away, and a part of that is mainly just because, I mean, we're conditioned to seeing a certain frame,
Right.
and certain frames have been deemed acceptable, period. Like, you know, that's just what it is. And the thing is that I've noticed with bodies is that it's a trend thing, you know. Sometimes thick is in, sometimes thin is in. And also, I find that your ethnicity and your race is also going to play a big part in that. Whereas if you're a thicker Asian, that might not be cool amongst your peers. But over here in this circle, we might think you're sexy because, you know, whatever.
In the black world, like
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Give some got a little thick
You know,
little dumpling on her.
You know what?
Yo.
Like that
Dumpling
might be
bati.
that might be acceptable in certain areas, but you know, it's so up and down. It's like a trendy thing, you know.
So okay,
is
let
what
me
it
ask you
is.
this: fetishizing.
Yeah.
Do you think that black women and stuff that are fetishized,
Yes.
or
absolutely.
do you think that like they're just with people like Kamala Harris? She has a white husband, right? And like there's tons of black women who have, I want to say, non-black men. Mm-hmm. You think they're with them for like the love aspect or for the fetish size? Because I got into a big ass argument one day with a friend, and she was saying that people just fetishize over being with a black woman and stuff, but they don't want to be with a black woman. But I'm like,
Do we call Kamala Harris black though? Because I don't.
you don't.
I don't.
Half Jamaican, half
I don't
Indian?
care what she is.
Oh,
I don't care what she is.
fire for older milf.
She's not one of us. I don't care what she is. She's not one of us.
Why is she not one of us?
She can't sit here. She can't sit with us. She can sit
ain't one
somewhere
of us.
else. I don't care. She can sit somewhere else.
Why, hold on, why is she not one of us? Because she got a WAP? She got a white ass penis?
No, I don't care if you say a white man. She's just not one of us. She don't sit with us.
What
Like,
doesn't
she's
make
She's
different.
not invited to our table,
She's
Marv.
different.
She's not invited to our
She's
table.
different, okay? She's different. And I mean, at the end of the day, okay, let's get serious. I don't even know what percentage of black she is. Is she half? Is she quarter?
half?
Okay, she's half.
Right.
She's half black.
And half Indian?
I'm sorry.
Half
In a
Indian.
white man's eyes, she looks racially ambiguous. She is not necessarily
Yeah.
she's not necessarily a visibly black woman. You look at me, you know I'm black.
I'm seeing
Yeah.
black.
Absolutely.
And at first appearance, you wouldn't think Indian. You'd probably think white.
White,
White.
exactly. You wouldn't
True.
even think that.
That's an ambiguous portion.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Just like, I don't know, for example, Lisa Bonet. You look at her and it's like she's black.
You know she's black.
You know she's black. Vanessa Williams, you look at her, you know she's black.
Right.
You can't miss Stacey Dash. You know she's black.
Yeah.
Right? But there are women who tread
Although
on
she's
these.
not one of us.
She's not one of us.
I was
not one
gonna
of
say,
us
I was
either.
like,
She
one
can't
of
sit at
us. No.
one of us either.
She don't sit at this table either. But at the same time, to non-black men, because you sit on these little borders where you might look a little ambiguous, they'll date you because your race is questionable.
No? Okay.
You're not visibly black.
But when
So you're exotic enough, but you look clean enough to be his wife and to be at the same tables that he sits at.
Right.
So if you're visibly black and stuff, that's where the full that's where the shaming and the disrespecting
Of
and
course.
stuff will come in and stuff.
Of course.
Okay, so you always say, like you say, black woman is the most disrespected woman
On the planet.
Why?
Because we're the bottom of the... I don't believe that we're the bottom of the barrel, but society has deemed us and treats us at the bottom of the barrel. That is it. Black women are the most disrespected group of humans on the planet. Okay?
How can we fix that, in your words?
What do you mean, how can we fix that? Treat us with respect. Can we start there? Can we start with some respect? Can you acknowledge that we exist? Especially, not just black, I'm sorry, dark-skinned black women are the most disrespected group of women on the planet, okay? We get treated like gum stuck to the bottom of people's shoes.
Yikes!
Especially, I'm sorry, especially those of us who are not feminine, those of us who are trans, those of us who are disabled, those of us who are not conventionally attractive. Treated like the bottom of gum to your shoe.
Precious.
Exactly. Precious.
Right.
Dismissed, abused, you know,
Yeah.
and that's not okay.
Right.
And you would think that, oh, you know, you go home and you have no, you're disrespected by your family members too. There's no safe space for you. Where's the safe space for, you know, the dark-skinned black woman who doesn't look like Bria Miles, who isn't oiled up, who doesn't have a perfect body, who doesn't have nice hair? Where's the safe space for them? Where's the safe space for the girls who don't look like Ryan Destiny and Shannon Thornton?
Yeah, because even if they don't look like it, if they're just plain Jane and stuff, no.
Plain Jane. Exactly. People pass them by on the street and treat them like shit. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that you...
Fair.
No, it's not, because there are white women who aren't conventionally attractive or bigger and they're still treated with respect, right? But for black women, I find that for black women, you have to be perfect. You know, you literally have to be supermodel-esque type shorty to be respected.
Right.
To be treated
that's
with...
your breakthrough.
That is your breakthrough, is being pretty. Have you ever noticed that the dark skin girls that they put the spotlight on are perfect, like super refined, beautiful features, like very refined
Naomi
features.
Campbell.
Yeah.
Now, Naomi Campbell, sure, but I mean like Ducky Thought, like those
you're
like
right.
beautiful, very just drop dead,
stunning.
gorgeous,
Yeah,
stunning.
stunning,
Like
yeah.
you can't take your eyes
You
off
can't
that.
deny their beauty.
You
Yeah.
cannot deny
have
their
to
beauty.
just- you have
Exactly.
to.
It is what it is. You don't care about their complexion anymore because like they're just beautiful. Like
Right.
that. Those are the ones that get treated with respect. I find so. And you know, classism is always going to be another thing. So the dark skinned girl from the hood gets no respect at all.
See, I'm all about solution. And see, my thing and stuff is that my mom is dark skinned and beautiful. To me, I don't give a fuck what anybody got to say.
Mm-hmm.
And
you as well. You're dark skinned and very beautiful. So
you alright, you got a man now, so you're alright. You know, like I can't be looking at you like that.
the man
no
does
more.
not excuse you from being beautiful.
You're still gorgeous.
You're still beautiful.
Thank you.
You're still gorgeous.
Thanks.
So speak about your mom, and then maybe you can tell us like what empowered you yourself, and then what you would like to tell maybe other black women.
What I
Go ahead. Go ahead. Well,
Yeah, well,
first
no,
talk about your mom.
that's
Yeah.
my thing and stuff
Right.
for it. Because my thing and stuff is that I want to say it's evident that, like, I want to say, I come from a dark skinned, beautiful black woman,
Right.
Whatever, right? And my son, his mom is light skinned,
Right.
whatever, right? So that means in DNA terms, my DNA is weaker and stuff in boys than it's a girl. So if I'm to ever have a daughter and stuff, whatever, she's more likely to be dark skinned and stuff, whatever, to me. And I'll be damned if anybody gonna disrespect mine.
Right.
So my thing and stuff is that I got to be prepared to armor her, possible her,
For what's gonna happen.
Exactly. So I want to know stuff like what could we do to help prevent and build and to kill this in the long run.
I honestly feel like there is... I don't want to sound dark. I just feel like I don't know what to
No,
do.
you don't sound dark. We just look dark.
Or even will it take? Because we
does it
say
take?
we say the black woman is most disrespected, but one of the key components of that is being black. So is it gonna take for like the respect of black people to happen before they even
what?
consider respecting
Honestly,
women on a whole? Or
That's
It's like, okay, your first step is always teach your daughter to love herself, okay?
yeah.
right,
And indulge in her complexion and her hair and who she is. And the first thing is to always love yourself. And you need to, you cannot sugarcoat this shit. And the thing is, like my parents never prepared me for what might have come my way. Because my mom, I look just like my mother, except my mom is a few shades darker. And my mom is beautiful with perfect teeth. Like my mom is stunning. She's like one of those girls that people don't care that she's dark skinned because she's so pretty. Like that's how people look at my mother.
Right.
And she never prepared me for certain things that I was gonna get picked on because I was darker, right? So that's something that you really need to talk about. That's something that has to be
ground
open.
roots.
Ground roots, exactly. And what you can do as a father is do better. And you're a single man now, right?
Yeah.
So the women that you choose to date, I'm not saying you cannot date lighter women. I'm saying it would be great if you dated somebody that maybe if your daughter met them and say, hey, she looks like me and she's beautiful and she's loved by somebody, you know?
Certain dark skin girls don't like me like that, though. Well,
for the love of God.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna say
Anyways,
recently, like, you know, before these racial and COVID times, I was getting little lookbacks and stuff, and I'm like, oh shit, dark skin chicks dig me. That's what's up. Other than that,
That's
whatever.
because the pickings is slim now during the racial and COVID times.
Well, you know who look like who? Everybody look like some. They look like niggas. They look like ninjas. You know. So that's what I'm saying. My thing and stuff is that when it came to dark skinned girls and stuff, whatever.
Every man says that dark skin girls never like me.
No,
I hear that all the time, and I'm so sick of your shit. You know what the problem is? I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm a dark skin girl. I'm gonna tell you something. My problem is with black men is that we look at black men, especially men who are like in your profession. Does he even like me? I'm not even gonna pay him no attention because he probably don't like me anyway. Because we're so used to not being liked. So it's not that we don't like you. It's the fact that we don't even know if you like us because we're so used to being dismissed.
No, I'll shoot my shot regardless. I'm gonna shoot my shot regardless.
See, you might be different, but on average, I'm telling you, we're so used to men in certain professions dismissing us because we're not what they're looking for.
You already been overlooked
like
and
a
stuff
pattern.
For them, so it's a
it
standard.
is literally like a pattern. So we might just be wondering in our head, like, does he even like me? Like, am I? And it's pathetic that we even have to think about that, but it is a thing. It's definitely a thing. But that's something that you can do is to always do better. And, you know, like with your children, you don't talk about good hair and you don't make those kind of comments, and you just, you show them examples of beauty. Like, let them know that you think someone that looks like her is beautiful.
Yes.
Right. Because I feel like a lot of people just fail to do that, where they're always commenting on the beauty of light-skinned women or, you know, non-black women around their children, and they don't think that their children pick that up.
Right.
True. You know, and children also see, and if someone is disrespecting your child, I'm telling you, people will disrespect dark-skinned children. Okay, they will do it blatantly, and they will show favoritism to the lighter one or the prettier one or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
And if someone does that to your child, you need to call them out on their shit, and don't let anybody make your child feel like that.
That's very
people
valid.
do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
People do that. So, you know, there's things that you can do while raising them, but I personally just don't feel like there's anything you can do to prepare them for the world. I don't think so. And what I also think that you can raise your sons to see beauty in dark-skinned black women. I think that's also important too. Not just your dark-skinned daughter, but you need to raise your son to see beauty in other women, because I'm sorry, but you're going to send him out there into the world and at school, and when they're at school, they're making fun of girls who look like me.
That's true. Yeah. I feel like I don't know if I can dictate or control. I want to say
you can't dictate or control
his preference, because let's say for example,
your preference is rooted in anti-blackness, so that is a problem right there. Your preference for if you date a light-skinned girl here and there, it doesn't matter. Okay, if you mix it up all the time, it doesn't matter. You just dating anybody. Obviously, you don't have a type. Yeah. Right. But if you're consistent with this, yeah, exactly. If you're consistent with this little, your preference is rooted in anti-blackness. I don't care. Because why do you think that that's better? If ask anybody. Like, I always say the question, like, why do you think that this hair pattern is better? Why do you think that this complexion is better? What makes not that I'm like why her and not me type of person, because I'm not. But my question is, why do you think that's better? Your preference is rooted in anti-blackness. I'm sorry. It comes from slavery. That's your problem. And you need to figure it out. You have a complex.
Ooh, let's go.
It's true. I feel like you it's not like you innocently fell in love with somebody. You are actively pursuing people who are lighter than you, especially as a dark-skinned man. You are actively pursuing somebody who doesn't look like you because you don't like what you look like. You don't like what your mother looks like. You feel ashamed of where you're coming from. I don't care what anybody says. So,
okay, I have a friend and stuff with her. All he dates is Caucasian women, right? That's his
brother.
Preference. That's his preference and stuff, whatever, right? And I looked at it and stuff. I said the same thing and stuff to him and stuff too. And I'm like, you don't think besides like the women in your family and stuff, whatever, you don't think no black women and stuff, whatever? He's like, no. But he said a lot of black women will assume that when they see him with his white women.
Right.
But he's into different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's into like comic books. He's into like.
But why do you think that? Okay, but this is the problem where also, okay, so people will base who they date off of their personal interests.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's offensive that people think we don't have hobbies outside of fucking Hennessy and shaking ass.
True.
That is disrespectful.
I don't
True,
think.
but
I don't think I don't think it's that we don't think that there's not hobbies, but I think the pool is less.
The pool
It's
is
not,
the pool,
and that's this is my biggest fucking issue where it's like, you're not,
more wine. More wine. Yo.
I don't got enough wine for this.
Yo.
Listen,
So you don't think the pool is less?
no, the pool is not less. There are so many black women on the planet, and you're telling me you can't find one bitch who likes a comic book?
Okay.
You're telling me that doesn't exist? It does exist, and it is a big pool.
But they all right, they're hard to find.
No, they're not. You're not looking because you don't want to look.
I'm
You're a lazy
looking.
bitch.
I'm not lazy.
You are a lazy
You
bitch.
I got dating apps. No, I got dating
You
apps.
raggedy bitch.
I got the dating apps out here and stuff, whatever. I'm out
Oh my fucking God! For the love of
And
God.
in your dating app, did
Okay.
you put looking for black comic book girl?
No.
I kept it fake.
No.
You already got so much characters to work with. You already got so much characters to work
Anyways,
with.
y'all fake as fuck because I see black women doing cosplay. There are all kinds
you're
of
right. Yeah,
there are black women doing cosplay. There are
Yes.
black women who are alternative. There are all
Yes.
kinds of black women, okay, on this planet. So for somebody to say that, well, I'm a nerd and I like software and IT and I like comics, it's disrespectful because that makes it sound like we're just urban. People have us in this urban box,
Right.
where they think that we only listen to rap and hip hop, and if we're Caribbean, oh God, we only like jerk chicken and dance hall, and you know, it's stereotyping. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
And
That's facts.
it you narrow us all down into one box where there's so many variations of us and so many different complexions. We're all so beautiful in so many different ways, and I think it's sad when black men say, "Well, I'm not a drug dealer and I'm not a scammer and I don't listen to Pop Smoke, so I'm gonna date a white woman." Like, fuck you, you're lazy. That is my point. Or you're lazy and you just don't want us.
Right.
Because if you wanted us, then you would find somebody with common interests, right? Like, people would look at me and I have nerdy hobbies. I played sax. I played clarinet. I played piano. There's things that I did. I did ballet. I love ballet. I like to go watch ballet. I have plenty of hobbies, right?
Right.
But one look at me and you might assume that, I don't know if I could have a conversation with her.
Yeah, that's
When
not a
smelling
But
you
same
and
thing with me though. Same thing with me. I went to a restaurant.
What's smelling you? I know I can't spend $28.
Yeah, well,
That's a different story. I don't care if it's
no, let's get to that.
No,
Let's
you
get
get
to that.
$20.
Let's get to this, man. Let's get to this. Why can't a man take you out on a $28 date?
Because he's a bum.
Why is he a bum if he wants to get creative?
You're not being creative. You're being cheap, and that means that.
How?
Listen, men work hard for their money, and men spend money on everything that they think is worth it. So if you only want to spend $28 on me, fuck you.
No.
Yes, I don't care. Men who have money and men who work hard for their money, they will spend money on what they think is worth it. Okay.
So
Your shoes cost more than our date. Fuck you.
This is very true.
This is true.
This is very
Okay.
true. Okay, so all right, let me explain this. One day I went on a date and stuff, whatever, with a chick who lives out here in Brampton. Right? It was a Sunday in the summertime and stuff, whatever. And she's like, I told him like, yo, I hit you when I'm done recording. She's like, okay, whenever you're done recording and stuff, let me know. She don't live too far from Chinguacousy Park.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, bet. I'm about to hit the little grocery store, pick up some bread because I like to go places. As I said, I'm weird. I'm different. If they gave me enough characters on a dating app, whatever,
You would
I'll
fill it
that
out.
shit-
You would
I'll fill
just
it-
you
I
write a
would
book.
load that
You'd
bitch up.
write
But I'm saying, I like to go to places with bodies of water.
Okay.
And see the animals and just enjoy a little vibe and stuff,
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
With some good music, whatever,
Yeah.
right? So she said she don't live too far from Chinguacousy Park. So I said, all right, bet. If anything, we'll go there, and I know exactly where we'll meet. We'll meet by the firehouse area,
Right.
Whatever, right? Because that's where the pond is and stuff, whatever. I'm over there and stuff, whatever. Down. I'm like, you know what? I'm feeding the ducks here. Real talk. I'm feeding the ducks there. I spent $5.84 for the bread for like 7 rolls of bread.
And that was for the ducks.
That's for the ducks.
That,
so I told her
so
stuff.
she didn't even get none yet.
But I told them like, yo, if any case stuff, whatever, like, you know, we'll vibe here and stuff, whatever. You know, during these COVID and racial times, and if you feel brave enough,
right,
we'll go somewhere and go get some food and stuff afterwards, whatever, right?
Right.
It was like whatever day we finished recording early.
Okay.
I dipped. And we stayed there till like dark. So like, you know, summertime sun goes down like about 9:30 and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
We're there talking, vibing, catching the mood and everything and stuff, whatever. Bread is gone and everything. And I'm like, shit, you know, it's getting kind of late, whatever, you know, like we're in the park after dark.
We'll get some coffee.
You know, I'm like, yo, you want to go get some food? Because I'm a little starving and stuff, whatever. She's like, you want to come back to my house? I don't live too far from here. So I'm like, oh shit, first date is popping in my head. So I'm like, I didn't even have to buy you no coffee. I'm like, how much did this date cost, Marv? $5.84.
No, it cost you less than that because half of that shit went to the birds.
I didn't eat shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here before I left. So I was good. So that's what I'm saying. That full date, only $5.84 was spent. And we still had a good time because she invited me back to her spot.
For those who are watching the YouTube channel right now, Shorty's leg is shaking at a very feverish pace.
She about to hit me.
She's about to
hit me. Hashtag men too. She about to hit me.
She was holding the wine glass like it was a goblet just a while ago.
I need more wine.
Yo, she inhaled that shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I speak?
Rebuttal.
You may.
You took a bitch to feed us. You took a bitch to feed us on the first day. Woo! Jesus Christ! To feed the fucking at Chinguzi Park. Not even Lakeshore, Chinguzi Park.
She said not even Lakeshore.
Chinguzi fucking Park.
Yo!
The park was closed.
Holy shit!
She live right there.
Holy shit!
What Shorty's trying to say is, those are not the breed of ducks that you're
No
supposed to
scenic
try to
route.
feed.
No scenic route on the gardener. Just ducks. And Chinguzi Park. And she give you pussy.
Yes.
Why did she hate herself?
Why does she hate herself? No, she like me.
No, what? Oh, I don't have enough wine for this. Okay.
Yo.
Ducks.
Okay.
Yo.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Yo.
Ducks.
Yo.
Bread rolls. Yo, I can't get over this.
Look, before that, whatever, when he said it, whatever, right? When we talked about one of the 100 show.
The 100
we talked
show.
about the 100 show and stuff for that. I'm like, nah, dog. Because at the time and stuff, whatever, like, the following,
It was the following
week,
right?
I went on a date and stuff with said lovely young woman because since Shorty anti her and stuff, she said, why did she hate herself? No, you love yourself. That's why we had a great time several times and stuff until, you know, etc. But when it came down to it and stuff, whatever, I said, no. I'm like, you can't take a woman on a date and stuff. I'm like, I've been on countless date stuff for them. Minimum, I want to say, before I went out for dinner and everything, like whatever, like ramen or something like that, might even run me like about $30.
Right.
$30 including tip or some shit like that. And I was like, hell no. That's way over the limits of $28. That shit can't work. But then, it's the creativity. She about to have a stroke. I fucking love it. I'm gonna save you regardless. I work in healthcare. You know I'm about saving your life.
That's fine. That's why I'm about to have this stroke anyway.
But my thing is stuff I'm looking at, I'm like, yo, it can still pop. And then he convinced me and showed the creativity.
I'm not saying
creativity.
I'm not saying it's not about the specific dollar value, okay?
Right.
It is just that you look like a cheap ass bum ass nigga. And okay, lucky for you, you found a woman who is into those things, okay? She doesn't need Yorkville. She's fine with Chinguzi Park. That is her style. That is her preference. So good for you for not badgering a woman who takes herself to Yorkville and takes herself out for a good lunch. You didn't badger anybody into being less than what they already are without you.
Okay.
Which I can respect. But at the same time, it's like, yo, she didn't even want a dinner like a Jax.
Not even a Jack.
Not even a jackass.
Maybe she didn't want to. Maybe she really wanted the Jacks, but she didn't want to come off. You know what I mean? You know,
It's $60, my nigga. Like, fucking hell. Like, it's your pokey. It's your pokey. Come off like what?
Yo,
Like, you could say, okay.
we had stimulating conversation.
You could say you're like, okay, I honestly, my thing is, me, I don't care. A man can call me a gold digger. A man can call me a hussy. You can call me a thought. You can call me whatever the fuck you want in the book. You're not taking me to feed no fucking ducks at the park. And the thing is,
why not?
we can date the same man, and he'll take you to feed the ducks, but he's not taking me to feed the ducks because he knows what I'm about.
Okay, let me.
So I don't care about that.
Okay, let me ask you this: if you're dating a man, right?
And
he's used to taking you out on dates, and every time you go out on a date, it's no less than $250 he spends, right? And then one day he says to himself, "All right, you know what? We're gonna go out on a date, but it's not gonna be our typical date. We're just gonna go and take in some wildlife, maybe do a little bit. This,
I don't
that,
do
or that.
wildlife, so I'm not going outside.
All right, you don't do wildlife,
Take
but
me to the mall.
he says we're gonna go to. You
It's not like a cardio song.
You can't even go to a basketball game or a Blue Jays game because that's more than $28. Where can you go? That's $28, man.
See what I'm saying?
So what if he's just
Wednesday
uses-
at the Art Gallery of Ontario.
I would appreciate that.
Okay.
I would like that.
So if he's typically doing more than usual, but decides one day
Okay.
that we're gonna just do this, which doesn't necessarily cost $300. It may cost maybe less than $30. Would you be okay with it?
I would be okay with it. And the thing is that by this point, we're in a relationship. So when you're in a relationship, it doesn't always have to be that because you're in a relationship. You are my man. So, you know, you're going to spoil me for the most part.
Okay.
So I don't care. Like, even, honestly, I would even appreciate a first date. Okay. My thing is,
We can't
like,
meet for coffee? Yo.
I don't even drink coffee. Fuck you. Oh my god.
We can't so we can't go for a little Starbucks, a little pumpkin spice something. So maybe I can get some pumpkin spice boom boom later.
Are you gonna?
I
You want me to fuck for $5?
No, Starbucks is not $5.
$7. Fuck you.
$7.50,
Okay.
$7.50
Fuck you.
ish.
For what, a medium? That's not even a. That's not even a grande.
venti.
A venti.
A venti. A large.
Bitches are fucking for Fenty. Not Fendi. Fenty.
Yeah.
What? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Yo, do you? Everybody, do you?
Oh,
do
man.
you?
Yo.
Wow.
I don't care. You can call me a
Wow.
thought. I don't care. I don't care. Call me a thought. Do you?
We not slut shaming. We not name shaming nobody here.
No, because I know
No
people are,
judgment free zone.
people are gonna
No.
comment and think that I'm out of my mind, but at the same time, it's like not Fendi.
Compared to the
Fenty.
shit I say,
What?
oh no, you're more sane than me.
Oh my god. Meet for coffee, like that's what white men do. Can I take you for coffee? And not even white men. White men will take you some like.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I don't date white men.
I'm different.
You're weird.
Exactly.
You're weird.
I know that.
Okay, but this is okay. Coffee is like, you know, can I bring you something before I enter your home? Can I bring you a coffee before we go to lunch or before we go shopping? Can I pick you up your favorite pumpkin spice, whatever the hell, before we go to the mall? Like that is something that you just do out of courtesy. Like, that's not a fucking date. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, the definition of a date is
Unless
a
you say-
social or romantic engagement.
Well, that's not- that is not romantic.
It don't say nothing about that according to Webster's
definition.
dictionary.
I don't care if that is Oxford's definition. Okay.
It's not Shorty's
It's not
definition.
Shorty's
It's not
definition.
Shorty's definition. And I'm not saying, again, to me, my thing is, okay, I don't attach necessarily the dollar value. I'm not saying there is a set amount that you have to spend on a date, but I'm not saying, $2 is the minimum to take me out. Like, I need to know that I'm going to Ruth Chris for us to go out. Like, it's not like that per se.
Right.
Okay, well, actually, maybe it kind of is like that, but I'm me, and I
No,
take
but
myself
Ruth Chris
out.
is fucking delicious.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't really like Ruth Chris that much.
What?
Okay, I take myself out to nice places. I do nice things for myself. I buy nice shit for myself.
Right.
You're not gonna come into my life and give me less than what I'm doing for myself.
No, because men don't go backwards
That part.
sexually and women don't go backwards in lifestyle.
Right.
Whatever. So I don't care. So if you're getting anal from whoever you're fucking every night, you're gonna want anal from the next bitch that pops up, right? So if I'm taking myself to the Hazelton all the time and I'm taking myself to Saks all the time, you're not gonna come into my life and give me Claire's and Ardene's. I don't care. Fuck you. Again, fuck you. That's just how I feel. I'm not saying like okay, in my mind, if you have a dollar value, like a attached. Like I think that's weird. Like I think when people argue about that, I think that's weird.
So that's what I agree with whatever. Because my thing and stuff is that like, if I'm asking you out on a date,
but
asking me on a date, I'm not putting a dollar sign on it.
I don't think you should have a number set in your head because I feel like if you're gonna say, wow, well this guy needs to spend like $4 on our date, you might as well just ask for the $4 and fuck. Like that makes more sense.
That could work.
But that makes more sense. In my head, that makes more sense. Like if you think, oh well, like you didn't spend this much. Like I think you should just ask for the money and fuck for it. Like that's what I think. But I also think that if you just want
2021 new strategy coming up.
I think. Oh my god! Like I think there's this restaurant called Eden I like on Lakeshore. Right?
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I love, and you can create your own pasta.
Yes.
I love it. You could go there and spend like $80. $80. Yeah. 2 plates of pasta, some wine. You could have a very good time, and you could be right on Lakeshore.
It was like $68 and change.
But it's the atmosphere and the ambiance and the vibe that you're giving. It's not $2. It could be under $1, but it's what you're giving to her. You didn't give me no fucking ducks at Chinguzi Park. You see what I'm saying?
Why are you discriminating on Chinguzi Park ducks?
Because that's the shit so that I would take my little brother.
If I gave her Lakeshore ducks, it would have been better.
Bro, I can take my little brother to feed no fucking ducks at Chinguzi Park. My brother is 12. I can't take him to Chinguzi Park to feed ducks.
He might not be into wildlife. You say you're not into wildlife.
I'm not into wildlife. And my brother, he is. He had a hamster. He likes rodents and roadkill and all that shit. Like, he loves that.
Roadkill.
That's
not a moving animal.
I don't care. He loves all that shit. My brother loves IT and software and all that shit. Like, he's a nerd too. He likes that stuff. Right. And if I took him if I said, hey, get ready. I'm going to take you to feed some ducks at Chinguzi. He's going to this bitch. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, fuck out of here.
And the thing is men.
Chinguzi.
Yeah.
I was thinking you're a Soulja Boy.
Exactly. And the thing is men always say that women are so bad at giving gifts and like doing nice things for their man. And it's like, then you want to come up with some shit like that. Like, I always hear this all the time. Women suck at giving gifts. Women suck at planning dates. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I always hear that shit from men. Like, I'm not saying all men, but I hear it a lot.
No,
and
I disagree with that statement. I never said that. You said that before?
I don't.
First of all, I think your wife. You heard it? I never heard it before.
I've heard it,
but I know your wife is like bomb when it comes to shit.
But that's his wife. She knows him inside and out.
She knows me.
Casual dating or getting to know somebody or like the beginning of a relationship is like I hear guys say all the time like, oh, it's rough. It's rough out here.
I feel like a lot of times, especially in the beginning and stuff, whatever. I always think I'm not the only one. That's just me. So I look at
you should never assume that you're the only one.
Exactly. So with that being said,
until they tell you that.
Even when they
tell you, you still got a little doubt. A
bit dodgy, man. A bit bloody dodgy, yeah. Like if she comes to me like, "What are we? What is this?" When she come at me like that, like,
then you.
I'm the one.
Then you know.
Yes, bring it in, boo.
No, because even when she says, "What are we?"
That's good game.
It means there might be 3 lined up for the "Who are we?" Because she's got to end up with one.
Oh,
she could have some on her end, but it's more so she's asking because she thinks that you have more on your end.
But she want me to cut my end down before she cut her end down.
What's the problem with that?
I'm saying that's usual. I just think that's female privilege, but that's a different convo. Well, we can get to that. Why is it a problem when we do it? Like, I don't understand.
This bottle's empty.
This bottle is damn it. You might as well pour the rest.
Go ahead, there's more.
You got some I could put in my bottle?
You're going to need some.
I'm going to need some on the ride home.
We're going to tap you up for the ride.
Thank God. This is rough.
It wasn't easy. It's not an easy show.
No, it's not.
But no, I'm saying, all right. I had this other conversation and stuff with another woman. Mm-hmm. Brace yourself now. I said, if I'm with somebody, I'm with somebody, right? Mm-hmm. Him and I were planning, to go on a little trip and stuff and everything, like 2 trips. Right. One we're gonna go to my hood is up in Cleveland. Other one we're gonna go to LA.
Yeah.
But COVID kind of shot some things down, and those numbers is too scary for people to like.
Right.
Whatever, right? We were planning to go no more than probably 7 days max for a guy trip. I was talking to one woman, and she said she was planning to go on a cruise for about like almost 14 days and stuff, whatever. She's like, minimum 10 days.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, okay, well, then do you if we're not going to be together and stuff with her. She's like, why? So I'm like, in a relationship now, or you're in a relationship with somebody, how long is your girl trip? How long should your girl trip be?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I honestly don't know.
You don't think your man has needs? You don't think your man...
I know my man has needs. He's a needy man. I know my man inside
Most
and
men
out.
are kind of needy.
No. I know my man very well. Very, very well.
Would more than a week be too long for you to be away from him?
Yes.
Yo, Mother Nature gave you a week.
I know he would be like, okay, like my... I think it just depends on the type of man that you're dating and what his needs are and like how he is. Some men, you give them space and they start wandering. You know, they're like puppies. They just, oh, no leash.
Yeah.
Some men are very loyal.
Right.
And they miss you and they want you to come back. My dude is that type of person where like, I think 7 days would be a long time for him.
That's a long goddamn time for a
So
girl's trip.
Full week for a girl's trip. He'd be like, "Oh fuck." He wouldn't have a problem with me going, but I know that he would miss me. I know that for a fact.
I would.
7 days. If I started saying something like, "Yeah, I'm only gone for like 3 weeks," he's gonna be like, "With who?"
I'm coming.
You know, with who?
I'm coming.
He's gonna say, "I'm gonna meet you there."
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'll meet you there on day 8. Day 8, I'll be there.
Yeah, day 8. You had a week for your girls.
You had a week
now,
for your
what
girls,
is that?
yeah.
It was vacation time. What are you talking about?
Thank you. Let
vacation
the
time.
church say amen.
I know how he is, and he might cap and act like he's okay with it, but he's not gonna be okay with that. Like I know how he is, and I also think that I don't care who's listening to this. I also think that the type of friends that you have and how well he knows your friends is also gonna play a part in his comfortability.
Yes, I agree with that.
Because if you're going out with your thought friends and all your single friends, there's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, everybody has a problem with me now.
A weekend might be too
You're the
long. If you
single
go out
guy.
with your
I'm the
thought-
single
and
guy. I'm the
friends.
single guy.
Oh,
and stuff.
no.
Everybody all booed
48
up.
hours with your thought friends.
Yeah.
Everybody else all booed up and stuff for that.
know?
I'm the single one and stuff for that. So I'm
Yeah.
there chilling. I'm like, my man's already disclosed to his woman and stuff for that. He's like, yo, tomorrow I'm gonna be out with Marv, whatever. Probably get back and stuff, whatever. Like, you know, before 8, 9 o'clock. She called him like around 7, like, babe, what time you coming home? He's like, I told you I was gonna be out with Marv, whatever. She's like, where are you guys and stuff right now? I'm like, is it me?
It don't work like
it's
that.
you.
It is you. Because you was supposed to be home too, but you ain't got no bitch, so you gotta be home. It is you. See, like...
Freedom!
It is you. Oh
See you,
my
Marv.
God. You know what's actually funny? Like the first date my boyfriend took me to, we went to STK on our first date.
Started out. Yeah. SK.
He took me to STK on our first date. And
How was it?
I go to STK all the time. I love it. And it was we had a good night. We had a good night. We had a good time. And he's never been there before, but he wanted to take me because he knows what I like.
Right.
And safe to say he spent money. And
Usual.
Yeah, he spent some money. And I don't know. I just mean like he's the type of dude where he's not trying to do all that, but he did because he liked me. And
Because I think that in the end, I feel like it's not really the money or dollar value like you're saying.
Yeah.
No.
It's about the person.
It is about the person.
Exactly.
It definitely is about the person, and it's about how you interact on the date. Those things are important, but I just feel like there's a lot better than you could do than saying let's go on a walking date, or like I've seen people talking about walking dates.
But
and I'm like,
Jill Scott. I like Jill Scott. Let's take
then take
her
out
on
fucking
the
Jill
walk.
Scott.
No, but you know what? I think
The only woman that likes walks.
okay.
There are women who like those things. Find them.
When you go back to your definition of what a date is, right?
Yeah.
And it's like you're saying it actually depends on the person. I think it depends on a few things. Depends on the person. Depends on the mood of things, and also depends on just where you guys are at in a relationship. There's just like what you're saying, because I've been in situations where I'm just going to visit a friend,
Right.
and I may stop and say, "Yo, the day's nice outside. Let me grab a case of six Heinekens. I know you like Heinekens. I'll buy 6 Heinekens, and we'll go hang out, and we'll just be on the porch drinking Heinekens, and just the way how the weather is, just the conversation and stuff and so forth like that. It lends itself to have almost a more enjoyable time than actually going out on a physical date.
Yes.
So I mean, certain
Jacuzzi
situations
ducks.
may lend itself to
I
that.
ain't looking that way now.
Yeah, I can see that. If you come to my house with a bottle of wine and we don't have sex and we're just drinking and hanging out on the porch,
And we're just talking.
Yeah,
You're
you
my
just have
friend.
like just conversation. Just
you're not even a prospect. You're just my friend. Because what are you doing here? Like, I'm gonna look at you like you don't get no pussy.
the bottle of wine and conversation is not enough.
No. Like, my girls do that.
Yo! Say, you're my friend. You're my friend.
You are my friend. Like, my girls do that. My girls will pull up on me with a drink and be like, hey, let's talk. All right, let's kick it. We're kicking it. The fuck? If you ask me about other niggas, I'm gonna be like, it's not your business because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. This is casual. This is as casual as... I didn't have to get dressed. Nothing. I opened my door and you're here. You're... Dodge them. Crody. Wagwan. Like, what? If we're in a relationship, that's different. If we've established what we are and you just wanted to pass by and see me,
Yeah.
I can understand. But
Okay.
in that getting to know you stage, like, ew.
But that's what I said.
If you came to my house, right? If you came to my house, we were both single, and you were quote unquote supposed to see each other, and you brought a bottle or you bought a case of 6 and everything like that, whatever.
Yeah.
And we had a good convo and we enjoyed the time. My boxes will come off.
But you're easy.
That's not the point.
This is true. This is true. He is easy.
You're easy. You're easy, and you're thought.
Your boxes was coming out without the water.
I wasn't gonna have to come with a 6-pack or a bottle of wine.
You know,
I just have to show up.
Yeah, that's it.
So you're slut shaming me now. You're thought shaming me now.
I'm making you live your truth because you don't need all of that. That was extravagant. That to you is like, wow, this bitch really likes me. Like, that is extra.
She's into me. She's into me. So I might as well just ease the pants off
Yeah.
and just call it a day.
On the phone with your boy. I was thinking to give her, but she came through with the wine.
She came through with the wine? For real, boy? Are you serious?
She ordered
Are
food.
you serious?
She ordered food. Oh,
And she ordered food.
this is my wife. This is my next wife. Like that's
She might be the one.
exactly.
If not, I hope she's the prototype.
Exactly.
Yo.
So that's you. You have no requirements. You don't even. You have a job. Smell good. You're
I'm
easy.
dying right now.
This guy's easy. Like whatever.
I'm just a simple man.
You're a simple
I'm
man.
just a simple man.
You have very simple needs. You don't even have knees. You good.
I'm a simple man.
You call me? That's the one. Text me first.
Yo, it's so true, though. I'm out of my business one morning. I'm doing some shit, whatever, like on a day off, and then girl hit me like by like 8 something in the fucking morning. So I'm like, I heard my phone, and I was like, who the fuck is that text me? I'm like, oh, she's like, good morning, hope you slept well. I'm like, it's so sweet. I'm like,
Heart's melting.
yeah, my heart melted. I was like, oh,
Sad bitch.
you want to see you later and stuff with it? She's like, sure. You want to come over later and stuff? I'm like, I like that. Send. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. You are an easy man, so there is no need for hoopla with you. Nobody has to buy you a steak to fuck.
What
like,
is can you tell me an experience with a difficult man?
difficult? Oh,
What is a difficult man?
I
I feel like a beautiful woman such as yourself don't have to work hard to get at a man and get what you need out of a man. Really? Really?
Cause we see you when you put together and dress up.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, how do I talk without people knowing who I'm talking about?
Oh.
My ex of a few years, is a difficult man. He is a difficult man. He wasn't difficult for me to bag. He was difficult to keep up with. He is a high maintenance ass nigga.
It's easy to get money, but it's always hard to keep it.
Oh
so,
God,
I mean,
he is a high maintenance ass nigga. So it's
go, yo.
So no, it wasn't a problem for me to get him and like be with him or whatever, and that was fine. His standards were just high.
Right.
So, like, you know, pussy wasn't enough for him. I mean, like, it was good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. It's fine, whatever. But, like, he wants his woman a certain way, you know. He wants his woman a certain way and stuff like that. And there's just things that he likes. And I was really young at the time. I was, like, 18, 19. So, it was kind of, for me, okay, I was 18, 19, and there was an age gap. Not that much. I think being J or whatever. Maybe a little less than that. And just, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of work. At least for what, because I'm used to doing nothing now. So, like, at the time for me, I was like, damn, like, I really gotta do this. Get this nigga, like,
Yeah, so you need a simple man.
no, I don't like simple men. Because simple men are easy, and simple men talk to everybody. And I don't like friendly niggas. I don't like friendly, I don't like easy. Y'all talk to fucking anybody. Like,
I have a podcast. I gotta talk to people.
No, you can talk to the people. You don't have to talk to people. You can talk to the people. You have to talk to people. I hate friendly ass niggas. I hate you. You talk too much. You fucking you meet somebody and on the second date they know about your childhood trauma. Fuck you. You talk too much. I don't like you. I
fell off my tricycle at age 3.
That's what I'm saying. You guys want everybody knows what happened to you. So it's like I could meet somebody that you talk to and they know more about you than I do. What the hell? Like, you talk so much, dude. You talk so much.
Keep on your mouth.
Yeah, keep on your. You chat too much. Why do you talk this much? I can't stand it. It's annoying. And my thing is, I'm used to dudes who aren't really on social media and are very low key and like they're not into that shit. And oh my God, like, why do you talk so much, bro? Like, you talk more than me. And I have a podcast. Like, why do you talk more than me? Like, that's not okay. That's not my thing. Simple men are easy and friendly, and I don't like that. I don't like that.
We're not that easy.
You are that easy because you get a DM right now. Shit.
Never wrote the comment.
You get a DM request right now. Damn, like,
Because I got a podcast where I don't know what kind of questions they might ask.
Nah.
They might come off kind of different.
I don't care. There's always the excuse. There's always something.
No, like,
I gotta read it though.
just
leave. You can't just leave it there. Why do you have to reply? Like, my man did that. Some girl DM'd him. She's like, "Your smile, greater than," and he replied back. He's like, "Oh, yeah, yours too." And the conversation stopped there. Like, you know, there's no further conversation. So I was like, "Why did you reply?" He's like, I
thought I was being nice.
And reply. I'm like, no. He's like, I thought you knew her. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? I don't care if I know her. You couldn't just leave it in the request? Like, are you thirsty? And he's like, no. And I'm just like,
but you just say thanks.
I just say thanks.
Thanks.
Please
if I said thank you to the niggas that were in my messages, where would we be? Okay, then. You know, you might go.
That's female privilege.
Is it though?
Because we know the niggas complimenting you in your DM. They complimented for a little bit more.
I don't reply to anything.
What song was that? Pop, lock, and drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cute, but don't let it go to your head. Because what this nigga with a wife, another won't read. Niggas have motives. Never underestimate a man.
Women don't.
We don't know.
Shut up.
That's part of the... See, this is part... Does female privilege exist? Because that's part of the thing, because we are built on chivalry. Y'all don't be chivalrous to us. We'll give you compliments and stuff, whatever, and you guys know it ain't going nothing past that. Shorty, I like your top today. You look real nice. Even if I don't know you and stuff, whatever. Excuse me, miss, you look real beautiful today. I just want to give you a compliment. How are you today and stuff, whatever. You're like, I'm good, and you continue walking on. Y'all don't give us no fucking compliments. That's why when a woman's like, you smell nice, man. Oh, shit. She might want the easy D.
No, so now you make it easy.
I mean, you know, it's one belt buckle away.
Because it's thought. It's because of thought.
It's not true. I just like variety. That's it.
Whatever.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, does female privilege exist?
Of course it does. There are
Thank you.
there are situations where being a woman, I don't say female, I say woman.
Woman,
You're not
woman.
supposed to say female.
Correct.
And there are situations where being a woman might make your life a little bit easier than being a man, and being a conventionally attractive woman might make your life a lot more easier.
Right.
For sure. We're not gonna I'm not stupid. I know that being pretty might get you off of a speeding ticket, whereas
Yes.
dude just speed. Sorry, bud. You're gonna have to hold this.
Yeah, hug
You
that,
know,
bruv.
Yeah, hug it. Like, you know what I mean? There's certain scenarios where it's gonna help. You might get into a venue faster. The sales associate might be nicer to you.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. That's just life. That's how people are. People always treat women and attractive women nicer than anybody else.
Let me give you a joke now. So now, like even anybody and stuff, and anybody listening to stuff too, you go to Google, right? I was telling Smooth this, whatever. I showed Smooth and stuff, it was legit. Go to Google, and you type in the word big, and you'll see, the autofill menu will come down, the drop menu.
Right.
Big Brother, Big Boss, a whole bunch of big things and stuff, whatever.
Big
right?
booty?
No. Hit space, then you type in big booty or big titties, that thing will vanish, right?
Because it's NSFW, not safe for work.
Right. So now, like I was not safe for work. Delete all that. Type in male, space, privilege. You'll see the drop menu come down and stuff, whatever, for men. Delete all that and then type in female, space, privilege. Not safe for work. Like it don't exist.
It doesn't exist.
What the fuck? You just said
It does. Okay, it does exist, but nobody really talks about it because it's not like, okay.
Because it's a witch hunt against us.
Okay, it's not the same. It's not the same. Okay, listen. Privilege and male privilege are two different things, and one has way more access than the other.
Facts.
Right.
Which is, you have way more access than I do.
Example. Give me an example. Because all right, this is where I know you got the pretty privileged side. If I wanted to do hair as a hairdresser, my wrist got to be limp and I got to have 3 snaps.
That's not true. My hairdresser is a man, and he's straight.
He's straight?
Fuck, with 2 children. He's straight as fuck. And he's
a unicorn.
A family friend.
He's a unicorn.
Maybe people could say that he's a unicorn. I don't
Look
necessarily
at the Queen Latifah movie, Beauty Shop. The dude had to stunt like he was gay just to get the job.
I think that's a stereotype.
No, that happens often though.
I think that's a stereotype.
That happens. That happens.
Gay men. I think it's just more so women. I think a lot of women would prefer a gay man in
her
a
hair?
space like that in the atmosphere. I've seen that where, okay, my hairdresser works solo now, but I know he had a shop once upon a time, and I just think there were, like, when people would ask my mom or me, like, where we did our hair, and we'd say, like, oh, this guy, oh, he's straight, then they kind of, ugh.
They like it fall back.
Yeah, they fall back, you know, so I can see that. It's kind of like how men are when you walk into the barbershop, everyone's looking, and then they start hush. They don't want to talk this shit when you're around.
It's a level of respect, because we spoke about that in one of
Yeah.
the shows and stuff for that. It's a level of respect and stuff for that, because I want to say a barbershop, the combo from barbershop and like locker room, they're not too far off from each other, depending on if there's kids in there. But if it's all grown men and stuff, whatever, it might just go straight locker room type of combo.
Yeah, exactly, and it depends on the age, because if you're like a teenager, all your ears are gonna get
Right.
exactly.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we try to curve it most of the time and stuff whatever on a level of respect.
Yeah.
So if a woman walks in there, stuff whatever, and be like, you in there be like, yo, she was squirting all over niggas' TVs and everything like that. She walks in with her kids, she's like, so what'd you do? I got a Swiffer, just wiped
Just
it.
write it down.
That was it.
Yeah. Next is playing.
Next. Yeah. So how about them Jays?
I understand that. I mean,
But I mean,
It's just
I get what you're saying also, because
different.
a female conversation around a gay male probably would feel more comfortable than a female conversation around.
If they
straight
talk about
male.
I think
dicks,
some women,
if they
me
talking about
personally-
stuff like
If they
that.
talk about
Yeah, me
dicks?
personally,
Yeah.
I don't care, and I think some women, yes, for sure, they do care.
yeah, you talk
But
about
I
dicks, you
mean-
talk about dicks.
Yeah, I get it. It is what it is. But every woman is different. And in terms of like that Google search, hey man, at the end of the day, like nobody really wants to acknowledge that we have any type of privilege.
That's true.
In my opinion, I don't
That's
think
true.
I don't think anybody wants to acknowledge that. And again, like your looks only got you so far. Like they can do things. Don't get they don't get me wrong.
Mm.
You can make some bank. Okay, you can get some money and you can do some things, but like it's different than being a man. Like
If
a
you
man, you're
acknowledge-
respected by default because you're a man.
If you acknowledge they have privilege, or if we're allowed to acknowledge they have privilege, you type it in, it pops up in the Google search. What does that do to the feminism movement?
I'm not a feminist, so I don't know.
I think I can honestly tell you, but I think the only thing
Because
I
do
can
you
probably
think that
say-
could be possibly a reason why it's being suppressed?
That's why that's what I thought of stuff whatever first.
Right.
Because even like they said, I opened up like 3 different websites, right, on a search, and then one thing said, if you feel that female privilege exists, you must be a man. I was like, holy shit. How did you know? Did you
Right.
see my dick through my pants?
See, I'm for women, and specifically, I'm for black women. But the feminism thing, kind of, I would not put
No,
myself
you
in.
wouldn't have that.
No, I wouldn't. I would
Yeah,
not
no,
put
add
myself
that
in
to
the
your
category as a feminist. But to act like it doesn't exist in certain situations is you can't be that daft.
resume.
I'm not saying misogyny is very real.
Misogyny is real.
Misogyny is real,
Yeah.
and misogynoir is even realer. Okay, even realer.
Yo, but you know.
There's a difference. Let me tell you something. This is why I don't fuck with feminism. I don't fuck with feminism because there's whites, specifically white women, who don't care about being women, all women being equal. Those women are only care about being equal to white men. I'm sorry, you can fight me if you want to, but
No, I
their
think-
motive
no,
is being
no,
equal
no.
to white men.
It is.
That is it.
No, they want to try to be towards a black.
They don't want to fuck. They know that they don't want people treat us like
For
shit.
what?
Motherfucker, they want to be equal
We
like
just talking about women not
us.
going backwards and stuff.
Exactly.
whatever.
So for them, that's going
How
backwards.
you giving a
Why-
meatloaf and stuff? Like you're giving a filet mignon and you say, "Here, take this meatloaf."
No, exactly. So and they know that.
When
and
I
they
look
know
at
that.
feminism, I view it the same way. I mean, they've already realized that they're already ahead of black people, male or
by far.
female.
I think that
They just want to be
all-
equal to white men.
Exactly. I think that all non-black women know that they're ahead of us, like by default. I think that they know that. White and Asians and they know that. They can't tell me they don't know nothing. I know that, other ethnicities have had their setbacks and their genocide and their this, that, and the next. Like, I know that I'm not stupid, but I'm saying, like, you're still ahead of us by far. And
Yeah, we're definitely
why
losing
the
the
hell would they want to be equal to us? And I'm not saying we ain't shit, but I'm saying the way how society treats us, why the hell would you want to be equal to us?
True.
Being equal to us is you're already better.
You
than
probably not
us.
gonna be equal to a black man. The fuck? No disrespect, but
You're
like
already
that's
in
not your
Viewed in
motive.
society, you're already better than us.
Exactly. That's what exactly
mean-
as a whole for
But,
sure.
I mean, even like a place like America and stuff, they rather have a black man as a president than a white woman. Like Hillary, right? And they chose Obama over Hillary.
Okay,
Misogyny.
but how often would you see that played out? Because there's probably parts in America in different corporations
Right.
where there's gonna be a white woman who's gonna win that job over a black man.
Well, that's the problem, right? That's where race and that's the intersectionality of race and gender. It's always gonna be. It is what it is. I'm sorry, man. If people have to pick between, damn, do I pick a black man or do I pick a white woman? Well, she's white, so she might understand me more. She's a woman, but she's still white first. Like, that's how people think.
Exactly.
That's how people think, I mean, even I'm guilty of it too. Like, oh shit, like I'm in the store, what do I want to talk to? I want to talk to the black man or I want to talk to the white woman? I'm going to talk to the black man because I'm black, so he might understand me more. We're all guilty of thinking like that.
Right.
It doesn't matter who you are. You don't have to be racist. You don't have to be anything. It is just who relates to me more.
Right, yeah.
And there's other stereotypes in
Yes.
certain
That's where
things.
race doesn't even play. Race or gender doesn't play anything and stuff. Whatever.
Exactly. Who is going to relate to me more? Who's going to understand me better? Even in certain fields where even in like, I don't know, even in like math class, fuck, who should I ask for help? Should I ask the black girl? Should I ask the Indian guy? Should I ask the Asian girl? And people decide based off that, like based off stereotypes. Who do you think is better? You're going to automatically X out the black girl. You're going to think that she's stupid. She's not getting anywhere. And then you're going to debate between Indian and Asian. And you're probably going to pick the Asian. That's what people say.
I had Asian in my book.
Yeah, Asian. I was gonna go with Asian too.
He did my math. He did my math test already.
See, exactly. That's how people think. That is literally how people think. Where
when you break it down to the stereotype.
Yeah, when you break it down to the stereotypes, that's how people think.
After but you're saying after the relatable aspect.
Exactly.
If you can't find anything that's relatable to you, then the next best thing is okay. Typically, I know Asians are good at math. So let me ask this Asian person.
Let me ask this Asian person. I don't care if they're a woman or a man, they're Asian. They should know something.
Right.
That is the bias that you're going to get. You're never going to ask the nigga for anything. Unfortunately. That's like if you're completely desperate and nobody speaks English.
And
drugs.
Drugs. Yeah, you got some weed. You're not gonna ask the Indian guy for weed. You're gonna come ask me, right?
And we're picking a team of. I'm gonna pick the black dude first.
You're talking about basketball? Yeah, let's talk to the niggas.
I'm gonna pick the brothers first.
Exactly. And see what I
I'm
said
gonna be the
earlier?
Asian guy last.
You see the urban box that they have us in? Okay.
Yeah, you might get screwed over 1,000 times because of that. Because I remember, what was it, H.O.
Right.
H.O. was one of those peoples and stuff. My man was fully dressed to kit. Jordan Jumpman shorts, Nike shirt, Jordan headband, dribbling the ball. That motherfucker can't even shoot, man. He's just there.
But anybody would look at him and be like, "Oh, that guy must be good at
basketball." This is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Pretty much, yeah. So,
Anyways.
all right, man. Let's get to this question of the week and get ready to slide out of here, man.
All right.
Question of the week: who was your best and worst teacher when you were in school? Grade school, college, university.
My best
all that.
teacher, no, my worst teacher, her name was Miss Head. Yes, her name was Miss Head.
Sound like a good teacher to me.
Y'all so nasty. That was my worst teacher. She thought my parents sold drugs because I wore different sneakers like every day. I had different sneakers to match my outfits. And when you wear like a size 3, your shoes are like $40 fucking dollars. In 2000, listen, when I was in grade 5,
you're right.
In 2000 and what was that?
I wanted
6.
Yeah, 2006, 5, 6.
Yeah, in 2004 I was in grade 3, so like 2006, right? Yeah, 2006 in grade 5. You know how much Nikes were? They were like $39 at that size. They were like nothing.
Pretty much.
So if your mom buying you a pair of $40 shoes is nothing. Was nothing. And I'm sorry, I had a mom and a dad, so it was nothing. Yeah. Thank you.
$20. So just like $24. So
exactly. They lived in the same household. It was not that big of a deal. So I could wear pink shoes, yellow shoes, green shoes all week. I heard her gossiping with the teachers, saying, "I don't know where her parents, but she was wearing different shoes. No child should have that many sneakers."
Wow.
Exactly. So that was like my first week of school with that bitch. Me and her had so many problems to the point where I got kicked out of that class. And I was kicked out of the class for 2 weeks, and I could not go there. I had to do my work in a special classroom because my mom and her kicked off. Because my mom, my dad and her kicked off because the last straw was basically like, I had my Tamagotchi on my neck. That was the thing.
Oh shit!
I had my Tamagotchi. I wasn't using it, and it was on silent. I was not using it, but she decided to ask me for it. I said, "I'm not touching it, and it's not distracting me, so I'm not giving it to you." I said, "Did you pay for it?" And 10-year-old asking if you paid for something is gonna probably irk your nerves. And then she said, "You know what? I don't like the way how you behave in my classroom. Blah, 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 blah." And she snatched it off my neck.
Yikes.
Oh, she snatched it off my neck. And I called my parents. I went to the office and I said, "I need to call my mom right now." And
I don't think that'll fly.
No, that wasn't fine because I wasn't doing anything. I was literally doing nothing wrong. And even my grades were bad in that class. But when my principal went over my work, I was doing good. I wasn't getting anything wrong. She was marking me wrong on purpose. She did not fucking like me.
Yeah, she's coming for your head.
That was
Haha, Miss Head's coming for your
Miss
head.
Head coming for my head for no fucking reason. And oh my God, could not stand that bitch. That bitch got my fucking nerves. Like, I could not stand her. And that was, my worst teacher ever was grade 5. So imagine having your worst teacher in grade 5.
Yeah, that kind of set a precedent and a tone and stuff for the
For tone, just going into middle school next year, ooh, like I was just, and when you're in grade 5, it's not like you have like a class to switch and you have another teacher.
Yeah.
No.
That's your teacher
that's
all
it.
day.
All day.
All day.
All day.
Holy shit, that bitch got on my fucking nerves. And I swear to God,
Miss Head gave headaches, so this shit can go on.
bro,
all
I
goddamn
could
day.
not
all day,
stand that
all day.
bitch. I swear, and I was such a good kid, and I was not the type of kid to swear or do things. That was the year I started saying fuck and bitch, pussy, dick, everything.
That was it. That was
So
it.
you developed Tourette's in that class. Yo, fuck, bitch, pussy, tit, ha,
Miss Head.
headache.
Miss Head set you off.
Not exactly. I was just like, enough. I could not stand her.
Miss
That
Head
was
set you off.
that was the year. That was the year I was like, nah, this is, and up until then, I liked school. I didn't have a problem at school, but that was it. And I
crazy.
left grade 5 fucking angry. I was an angry kid.
What about your best?
Yeah, your best teacher.
I don't think we should talk about that.
No, not even got a
My
best.
second best teacher was
Second best. You just gotta skip the first best. That must be a really different story.
Second best is better than nothing.
My second best teacher. He was really cool. My second best teacher was it grade. Oh my God! I think my second best teacher was grade 9 or 10. I graduated high school in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you guys know, it kind of feels like a blur though.
That's okay.
I'm trying to remember I can't remember his name.
It might come to you when an old man speak.
Oh my God!
He has those moments. He has those
We
moments.
can come back to you.
Fire away. What about you?
I can't remember.
Well, I'm gonna start with my worst teacher.
Oh God!
Yeah,
It would've
give me the veggies before I get my dessert.
Yeah. It would have been shop class. I had this teacher named Mr. Wilson, and
Mr. Wilson.
Wilson. I know that's
right. And the thing about Mr. Wilson is his left eye was like a glass eye.
What?
So yeah, so he had one good eye and then one glass eye. So you would have to line up on the right side of him if you had to ask him any questions, because you couldn't line up on the left side because he couldn't see out the left eye.
Gotcha.
All right, so you gotta and then I think, you know what I mean, it just made him real bitter and real miserable about it. So he would.
Who the fuck's supposed to be happy with one eye?
He would yell at the kids and
Look
stuff
at how
like that.
angry the pirates are.
And you know what I mean, anytime we mess around in shop class, he get real pissed off because apparently I think he lost the one eye in a shop class accident.
Yikes.
So yeah, and he was pretty mean, man. He was pretty mean. Probably
At least he was just
the
mean.
worst teacher. He was bitter. He was bitter, man. You couldn't line up on that one side, but we used to line up on that one side anyway, make fun of him.
Just fuck with him.
He's
guys
a
are-
Can't
shop.
see. You can't see me.
Wow.
And it was a part of it. It was part of grade 8.
Elective?
Grade 9. It was, I think it was elective.
Elective.
But back then, I mean, home ec was an elective back then.
It wasn't?
No, it
No,
was.
yeah,
It was.
yeah.
So you had home ec and you had shop class.
I took a home ec and stuff in like 8th grade and stuff, whatever. We learned how to sew. We made monkey bread. We made some things and stuff, whatever.
Oh, we
Yeah.
fried chicken. We fried chicken in our
You guys had
home
home ec?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had home ec.
Wow, you guys are old.
Yeah.
No offense.
And we had the little the baby
Parenting
shit.
class?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
No,
had-
that was in our home ec class, whatever. So we had to partner. We partnered with a woman, and or with another person and stuff for the opposite sex, and we helped raise the kids. So I think like one day they have it, another day it was so funny because
See, our parenting class was part of our phys ed class.
okay,
Yeah.
What?
And then we started off with the egg one year, and then they moved to the fake rubber babies after that.
I didn't take either of those classes. I didn't. That wasn't. Oh, I come from a different time, so home ec wasn't a thing. You had a parenting elective, like specifically, and I didn't take it. And my mom asked me. My parents were like, "No, you don't need to take that." I think that because they're just thinking teenage pregnancy in their head. So
Yo, they make money though. Those 16 and pregnant, those teenage moms,
yeah. See,
$100K a season.
I don't think. Okay, there's never been a teen pregnancy in my family, so
You're not trying to be the first
No,
with the
no,
fake.
I don't want to be the first.
Right.
Not even like, but they're just, to them, that would just blow up everything. Because that has,
That would open your eyes.
There's been some older, like, okay, like my cousin back in, I think, the 80s had her first when she was very young. But that was a different time. And I think she's like one of the only ones. And I think my grandpa made a mistake when he was young too. But that's besides the point. Other than that, there has...
I was what kind of mistake?
He had a child. Yeah, he had a child. He had a child before my mom. My mom's 48 and he has a child that's older than that.
Oh.
So, you can do the math.
Yeah.
But that's not like a thing. So after that, like, generation, that does not exist. So for me to do something like that, like,
it's a wrap.
Right.
Yeah, it would be a wrap. So that was something shocking to them. I never took shop or any of those things. My classes were like, I took like biology. I took
I was
in band, took biology.
Right, because you said clarinet.
How about you? Who was your worst teacher? I mean, we all want worst teachers now. We'll do good teachers after. Go ahead.
Man, I got a good portion of bad teachers. I had a teacher named Mr. Jackson. And Mr. Jackson and stuff, whatever, he told me I wasn't going to be shit. He said I was going to be a reefer head. That's what he said. He didn't say weed. He said reefer head. I never forget that and stuff.
Reefer head.
Because I remember when I graduated from high school and stuff, I graduated like in the top 10, whatever, right? In my high school and stuff, whatever. And we were having a conversation and stuff. My mom was like, oh, you came far and everything like that. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, yeah, all your teachers and stuff believe in you. I'm like, except that bitch ass nigga, Mr. Jackson, boy. But he was the worst. For the best for me, her name was Miss Smiley, R.I.P. She was an art teacher.
Right.
She was my art teacher and stuff for that. And I remember one day and stuff, whatever. Remember Outkast had the old AT Aliens CD and stuff, whatever, with the naked woman like washing under like the ooze and everything. I do that. With the fro.
Yeah.
She seen that and stuff because I was swapping CDs and stuff, whatever, and leaving like the class when I had my CD Walkman and stuff, whatever. She's like, "Hey, what's that? Who drew that?" So I'm like, "Oh, it's an Outkast CD and stuff, whatever." And she's like, "Outkast, like the rap group," and she's like, if they had a clean version of stuff for her, I'll play it. So then she actually bought the CD,
right?
And like the clean version stuff didn't have the woman naked. She had like a bikini on, washing her hair and stuff with it. So she's like, "We're playing Outkast in the art class." I was like, "Wheels of Steel," and like Me and You and everything. So I was like, yeah, that's dope. And then we would have conversations about like life, and she was school brother and stuff and everything. Like, so even after, like when I was done with that elective,
yeah,
it was still all good and everything like that too. So it was sad when she passed,
right?
Because like tons of students, they kind of like contacted each other after we graduated. They're like, "Yo, Miss Smiley passed and everything like that, whatever." So we had went to the grave and everything and stuff and kind of give a little shout out, a little thanks. It was probably like 20, 30 of us.
Okay.
So you know she was a good one.
Right. Yeah.
Ooh.
What about your best? What your best looking like?
My best teacher probably would have been like, I want to say like grade 4. I had a teacher named Miss Dunfarrow.
Miss Dunfarrow.
Yeah, and
it's an epic name.
She was the type of teacher that really took a liking to her students and really wanted to help them succeed.
Nice.
And wanted to give them experiences outside of what they were typically normal to. So I had in that class I had another friend named Jason, a black kid named Jason, and then a Spanish kid named Roderick. And one day she's like, "Yo, one Saturday I'm gonna take you guys to a hockey game. I've never been to a hockey game before in my life. Haven't been downtown before in my life." And she took us to a hockey game, and she was just really mad cool and just like opening our eyes to other things outside of what we learned in classroom. And I thought that was just very big of, when a teacher just transcends what they're normally teaching because they see something, or they see something that might be able to help you further develop outside of what they can just show you in classrooms. I think that's a commendable thing.
But back in the day, they were more easy going and stuff with teachers taking.
They were more easier going, way more easier going.
Because I might be questioning, be like, "Yeah, I'd like to take your son home." Where? I'm coming. It's like, yo, Like what are you doing with my son? Like
I guess things are
That's
different then.
definitely
Yeah.
definitely would be 100%
Different culture back
questionable now.
then.
Different
Yeah.
culture, yeah.
Oh,
for
were
sure.
the teachers more involved?
yes, when teachers did care and the
Teachers were
paid-
educators. That's the difference. They were educators.
So what are they now?
I don't know. Teachers nowadays are busy playing social worker, mom, dad, fucking pastor, everything in the middle.
Teachers today?
I think so.
Shit.
I think a lot. I think it just depends on the school that you go to. I mean, there's always going to be lazy teachers, no matter what. There's always going to be teachers who don't care, and there's always going to be lazy teachers.
Right.
But I think that you guys had educators, people who wanted to teach, and they liked being in class, and they weren't just teaching the curriculum. They left something on you. Like there's teachers that always leave an imprint.
Exactly.
Always.
Exactly.
And it's not just
That's
like
dope. That's
there's
dope.
it's not just the formula that they left on your
Right.
head. There's just certain things
Right.
that are always going to be embedded in you
Right.
because of that teacher, just like your mom and dad, right?
Right.
Because you spend 8 hours a day at school, so someone is gonna make an impact on your life, and there are teachers like that, and that's the difference to me between an educator and just a teacher. I found personally, like when I was in high school, like, and I found that the teachers were just, well, my great-grandfather and my grandfather and my dad were teachers, so I just thought I should be a teacher too.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of that shit now.
Right.
And
Right.
there's a lot of them that I don't even know why they teach. And they even the problem for them too is like, I don't know why they teach, and I don't know why they teach in the inner city and in urban areas or diverse areas, because they do such a fucking shit job. I'm sorry. I know that, like, I know math is math and math is standard wherever it's gonna be, but when you teach in certain areas, there are kids with other needs, and I'm sorry, but math isn't gonna be the first thing on their plate in the morning.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry, it is what it is. That's the truth. And you don't know how to handle that, and because you don't, you're fucking up that kid's life. Because you just think that they're acting out because they just want to act up because they want to be funny or they want to be a class clown. They didn't eat breakfast this morning. Their lights could be off, and they came to school anyway.
Right.
So they're not having a good day, but you think that they just don't want to listen to you.
Yeah.
That's my problem with a lot of teachers. And then the thing is that I also understand that there's teachers that are like trying to be social worker, where they do take on those issues and it starts to interfere with the schoolwork, and they're bending themselves backwards, before class, after class, and they're doing all this extra shit and they're not getting paid for it. Like, I completely understand that. So it can be really hard. I understand. But, bro, I don't know. Like, I personally, like I said, like, I'm trying to think back to a second best teacher, and I can't think of one. And I went to school here in Brampton, and I'm telling you, like, my teachers were from hick towns. They were from all these little small towns across Ontario.
Oh yeah.
And at the time, this area where you live, this is where I went to school. I went to the high school up the street, and I went to the middle school up the street, and the elementary school in this area for a bit too before I came over here. And I'm telling you, like, it was so many black kids. And at the time, in like 2005, the government was giving like money to people from certain
Right.
areas to buy houses over
Right.
here.
Right.
So
I heard
we
about that.
had mad inner city kids over here. Like, they don't know shit about the suburbs. They're not raised like that. Those teachers couldn't handle it. These schools were a mess. My school was in the news so many. I was at school one time and they let the fucking dogs go. We had to swat the dogs. It looked like freedom riders in that bitch. Okay. it was a mess.
Brampton.
In Brampton, you would think
Yeah,
that I'm from
yeah.
some. No. These $1 million houses you see up here now, no, it wasn't like that in 2007. It didn't look like. It looked like freedom riders in this bitch. I'm telling you, it was a mess.
That was the early onset when
It was the
people were
early
just moving
onset.
into Chinguacousy and that area. And
Exactly.
So forth like that. They gave like she was saying, they gave
Incentives.
discount incentives for you to buy a house.
Exactly, for you to buy a house, because they wanted people to, they wanted people to move and stuff, and they wanted people to come up to housing, and they wanted to, and the way when I look back at it, I feel like they wanted to shorten the housing list, because people would be in, there are people who are in housing who, like, my grandma lived here, and then I came here, had a baby, and then I'm raising my baby here with my
Right.
grandma still living here. She's not dead yet.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So they wanted to take those people.
Right.
That's how I looked at it, was,
Well, you're right. There's a few things with that. I mean, obviously, they wanted to build up the population of Brampton.
Exactly.
So while all this development was going on, they needed
Exactly.
people to move in there, right?
yeah.
Brampton wasn't a like readily destination spot. People were looking at Mississauga, people were looking at Toronto and so forth. So you have to make it attractive.
Exactly.
So they gave a lot of discounts, At the same time,
They gave people down payments for houses.
at the same time, they're trying to move people out of inner cities, right?
Right.
Because they're trying to increase the value
Exactly.
of that area. Because a lot of
Exactly.
those areas, what they tore down, were people inhabiting that area.
Exactly.
And then they pay for them to get out.
Exactly.
Like Regent Park. Like a lot of those people got incentives to move elsewhere. And then they just redeveloped Regent Park.
Exactly.
Right.
And now Regent Park is like mixed living now.
Yeah.
Right.
But see, the thing is, here in Brampton, there was no mixed living. It was, this is your life
That
now.
was it,
That's
right.
it. You're gonna get the Fortinos, and you're gonna get the Metro. There used to be a Metro at McLaughlin and Bovaird, and it's actually a good life now. So
yes.
when I moved to this area, there were like
That used to be-
there were like 3 people
oh,
on my
that's-
street,
yes.
and it wasn't even built up yet. Like I was supposed, like everything I've watched this area grow over the last 20 years. Like it's so funny. Like my grandma lived on one side of the street, my mom lived on one side of the street here, like literally like this. Like I'll walk down here to my grandma's house, and there used to be nobody on the street. And slowly I've watched this area go from dirt to built up plazas and everything.
Right.
And at that time, I'm telling you, the school system and the teachers in the schools, they were disappointing as fuck, and they failed so many kids. They let so many kids fall between the cracks because of laziness. And yes, they took the job because I guess they wanted a job. They're out of teachers college now and they want to be whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
they failed so many fucking kids. It's embarrassing. It's pathetic. I'm telling you, this area here, no. And that's why when I think back to school, I can't even think of a teacher that I had a good experience with. Like, I didn't even go to my graduation. I didn't.
Right.
Send me my diploma. I don't care. Like, I'm out of here. I did not care. I really did not care. And now the high school that I went to is ranked very highly because things have changed over the years. Yes. And now the group is more diverse because, well, whose parents are buying these fucking $800,000 homes? It's not us. The government's not giving us those down payments.
Right.
Exactly.
Those incentives are long gone.
Those incentives are long gone. And my parents weren't one of those people who took an incentive and we came from Toronto and we came here. My parents just bought a house innocently and just, first time home buyers. My parents were young.
Yeah.
Right? Just moving to an area, whatever new development is cheap. Like at the time you could get a 4-bedroom for $300,000. That's how cheap this area used to be. Very cheap. It was nothing to buy a house over here, especially when you buy a house pre-development or pre-construction. You're good. You're
laughing.
Yeah, you're laughing. But a lot of those teachers, they don't know anything. They have no experience with people of other races. They have no experience with low-income families, and they're very judgmental. They're very harsh, and like I said, they failed a lot of kids. I can't think of shit.
Gotcha. All right, man. We about to wrap this up. Before, let's give hit the peoples up about your plugs, about your business, about your Dark Angel Cosmetics.
So like, I'm Shorty. I guess you guys know that by now.
You've known a few episodes.
I'm Shorty. So I own a cosmetics line, Dark Angel Cosmetics. So literally at Dark Angel Cosmetics, www.darkangelcosmetics.com. My makeup is for everyone, but I specialize in makeup for dark skinned women.
Nice.
What kind of products can they get?
Right now it's highlighters, liquid lipsticks, lip glosses, and I just dropped the Ready Set Go kit, which consists of a primer, translucent powder, and a setting spray, which is obviously black girl friendly. And that's what I'm working on. That's what I have, and I'm working on some other things. But you'll see, everything will come out 2021.
Nice.
New things will come out in 2021. I have a holiday collection coming up, and I'm currently involved in
Kwanzaa line.
Just come on my face. I'm
Because
currently.
we're fighting against Christmas.
I don't know.
It's
like,
not
yeah.
woke enough. It's not woke enough.
That's another conversation. for
Getting to
another
look
day.
a lot like
And I don't have enough.
Christmas.
I don't have enough wine for that. Okay, I have enough wine to talk about religion.
Cool.
You guys don't want that. I'm working on a holiday line, and yeah, I have a lot of big things coming. I think my future is very bright, so you guys should
Nice.
get into that. And
Nice.
I have a podcast myself, The Real Princess Diaries, but we're busy, so we're kind of on hiatus. Me and my partner and both are running. We're both only 24, 25 running businesses, so
Which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
we're very tied up.
Which is a beautiful
We
thing.
don't have a lot of time to record, but we'll be back soon.
Cool. All right, hit him with the Ask the Sons. First question for the Ask the Sons portion. A_Aaron, what girly things do you enjoy doing?
What does that mean?
Because I guess we're guys.
What girly things do I enjoy doing? Sitting on the toilet and taking a pee.
You sit and piss?
You sit and pee.
I pee in comfort.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Is that girly?
I
don't know.
that's
Is
different.
that
I
good?
mean,
Because
I heard mad
women
rap.
can't pee standing up.
No, but I heard mad rap bars and stuff with dudes, like, you know, but I'm like, I guess own it. I don't know. I like
I tried.
what
You try to
what?
pee standing up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it worked.
Oh,
Because you can still aim it, right? It's not like you can't aim it.
You can, but it can't be like a light pee. You know, you just have to
You have to,
trickle.
you have to just.
It has to be a full stream of
yeah.
pee.
gotcha.
You have to
So
use
give me a
all
little
the abdominal muscles. And
Exactly.
force.
So force it. So
Force.
just whoosh.
full steam ahead.
Yeah, like you know when you have the hose and you turn the hose
Yeah.
to like power, like it has to be like that because if it's just a trickle, you're gonna be a mess.
I don't know. See, with me, I don't mind.
See, that would be.
I like fruity drinks, and they always say fruity drinks is like girl drinks and
Oh,
shit
you like
like that.
cocktails?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
Sis.
Okay.
I'm gonna own my shit the same way you own your shit. Damn it, yo.
That's not feminine though. It's just like some people. I personally don't like cocktails. I don't know.
No, I went to I remember back in the day there was some club and stuff for that. I think Club 727, and when I was there, the girl she ordered like some drink called Blue Lagoon. I'm like, yo, that bitch look delicious, man. I'm like, yo, what's that? The bartender's like, it's a Blue Lagoon. It's a girl's drink. I'm like, so you won't sell it to me because I'm a guy? And she's like, do you want one? The girl's like, I'll buy it for you if you drink it with the umbrella. And I'm like, hell yeah.
Liquor.
So I was there, I was just sucking it down, and then I walked back to my boys. They're like, nigga, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm enjoying the free drink a woman bought me. This is Amanda. Like,
Oh my god.
I didn't discriminate.
There's only a few cocktails that I'll drink, and I really don't drink cocktails.
Pina colada's my shit.
I don't even want that. Don't give it to me because it doesn't. Cocktails don't do any. I think I have like a tolerance to liquor. I don't know what it is, but if you give me a cocktail, I'll have like 5 of those bitches, and I'll be like, this is boring.
Oh, shit.
I like mimosas.
Mm-hmm.
I love me a bottomless mimosa, and I
Who
do
don't?
like. There's this drink I had at SCK called Peach Please. It has like Hennessy and I think Ciroc in it. And it comes in like a big bowl, so it'll do something to you.
I seen somebody get that before.
At Onyx, there's this drink called Sex in the Driveway. I like that drink, but I don't do cocktails. Just give me a shot, cause like I ain't got time for this. Are we getting lit or not?
Like,
Gotcha. Patricia says, what makes you enjoy talking to someone? Go with you.
And like getting to know somebody, or just like
Just
talking
enjoy
in general?
talking to people in general. Because some people don't like people, especially in today's time.
And you want to ask me that?
You don't like people. Ooh, smooth.
It's not.
Remix.
It's not that
good
I
conversation.
don't.
That's all. That's all.
I like enjoy.
I think common ground for me. Just common ground.
Common ground.
Yeah.
Common ground, whatever.
makes you
Because
like
most of the time,
talking
I can strike common ground with a lot of people and stuff. But if you can strike common ground with me,
Yeah.
I'll enjoy that and stuff. Because we're already in that realm. Because remember, like she said, I'm weird. You know, we go to Chinguzi Park, we feed dogs.
Fuck you. I really like. I think my thing is like, okay, if we're talking about like the opposite sex, like I really like a man who knows what he's talking about. Like I really like a dominant man.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that you can lead the conversation and you can teach me things. Like that'll be like, yeah, I'm digging this, as opposed to like, why are we talking about nonsense right now? Like, gotta go find the bathroom. I gotta go.
Yo,
You know?
they said I seen this a lot in the whole dating thing and stuff. Now, whatever they said, it was sapiosexual.
Sapiosexual.
It's actually sapio. Like
sapio.
it's
Attracted
sapio.
to intelligence.
Yeah, attracted to intelligence.
I think everybody's so fake. Shut up. Y'all fake as fuck.
God bless you.
Nobody like. Okay,
This is our common ground right here.
Oh, finally, because we're
Finally,
dogs.
we're here.
I don't. Everybody likes somebody who is brilliant. It is
Right.
it is sexy for a man or a woman to be brilliant and to know that's your person. You're fucking with that person and they are charming and their
And
brain
intelligent,
speaks for them. It is a beautiful thing. But to act like your dick gets hard because I can calculate a slope, like, shut the fuck up. Like, you're just saying anything.
It might. No.
You're just saying anything to say anything. I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, okay. I'm sure there's like a fetish somewhere where like if I do math or something, like a man may find an erection. I'm sure this is a real thing. But everybody claiming that, oh, I'm attracted to intelligence. Like I'm sexually attracted. Shut up! Shut up! You're fake. I don't care. It's like you guys found the word and you won't get the fuck off the word.
They won't let it go.
You won't let it go. You found this word and now you want to ride it into a sunset. Like, shut up. Just shut up. I'm so sorry if like I'm hurting your feelings or like it's in your bio, like your bio says sapiosexual. Like I'm so sorry, but you can go to hell. Like if a man ever said that to me, I'd just block him because it's like you're saying anything. You're just using words and just trying to sound smart. Like just shut up. It is what it is. Just say you like pop, smoke, and go. Like I don't care. Like I really don't care.
Gotcha.
Fake ass people.
Last question comes from Marcus. What do you think is the most misunderstood quote? Yo, for me, it's money is the root of all evil. That's not the full quote. Like the full quote is, the love of money is the root of all evil.
Right.
Because you'll do anything to
get
that.
it, basically. Right. But then people are like, money's the root of all evil. Like, no, money's good, nigga. Like, you get money.
Need money.
Yeah. Get money. You gotta pay bills.
I don't think money is real, so there's that.
That's true.
Money's not real. Money's paper and they print it. And somebody said, hey, let's stop bartering and let's have currency. Like,
pretty
you
much.
ruined my life.
That's in the capitalist world, man. That's how it came out.
Capitalist society.
Exactly, and it's a dog eat dog world. So it's either you fuck with capitalism or you let it consume you.
Facts. Misunderstood quote.
Misunderstood quote?
Yeah.
Nah, I like that one. Money's the root of all evil.
Yeah, that one's over misunderstood thousands of times.
Yeah.
And sometimes I even call people like, yo, do you know what that means? You know? And then they're like, yeah, money's really. I'm like, no. I'm like, you know who said it? Or like, oh, you want to be technical? Or you want to be sapio? Like, I don't know. No, I'm good.
I'm good. Your sapient mind?
Yeah. Okay. Let's slide out here. Hit him with the So Say the Sons for the week. So Say the Sons for the week. And since it's Turkey Day, we'll hit him off with, you are what you eat. That includes your mental diet and your mental health.
And vagina.
Yes.
So says the Sons and Shorty.
Always a pleasure.
Always,
thank you
always.
for coming through. Thank you for showing us love, and thank you for enjoying and putting up with his shit. I know he's not easy to get along
Thanks
with.
for putting up with my shit because I know that I might come off as like a horrible person, but I'm actually a really nice person.
No.
And listen, you guys like me. There's a whole group of women suffering from internalized misogyny who don't like me. They won't like me. They will never like me. And that's okay. I can live with that. But I'm sorry. I'm apologizing to you because I'm sure you like no one who wants to listen to me. Like I'm fucking annoying. You know?
Listen, man. Amongst our episodes, one of the more favorable episodes are the ones that you're on.
The ones you're on, actually.
So
I'm sure because I'm like a troll. Like I know that, like favorable, but I know there's a lot of people that aren't too fond of me.
Nah, you'd be surprised.
Anyways, don't go on $28 dates. Don't do it. Don't ever let a man do that to you. You are beautiful, and you have good pussy, and you deserve the finer things in life. You don't deserve a Fenty. You deserve a Fendi. Okay. Okay.
See, Marv, we had you set to go out on the $28 dates, but I think Shorty just came and crushed all of that.
Don't let no nigga do that to you because you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna tell everybody that you don't have to spend no money to get no bitches, and that's not true. Okay? You know what the city girl said? Bro, niggas don't deserve no pussy. Like, no, you don't. You don't.
Wow.
I mean, you kind of have sex with somebody because you like them, whatever, I guess. Like, if you're into that.
She's into sapio. I know some things.
You're fake.
Wow.
You fake. You're fake. Don't let nobody do that to you. You deserve a nice pasta meal in a restaurant with a candle. You deserve nice things. You deserve museum dates and aquarium dates and CN Tower dates and
You deserve
Shit that
me
costs
to-
much more than $20.
exactly.
And you deserve me to rub you down and tell you how beautiful.
Nobody
you
cares about
are.
that. What did you do?
And-
What did you do before that? Before you gotta touch your skin?
We had to talk. We had a nice, refining talk. And it was like, actions speak
Talk.
louder than words.
You talk to a woman now. You gotta rub her down. Lord have mercy on your soul. Jesus Christ. You know, I thought it was people my age fucking things up, but here you are.
Yeah.
Here you are.
Welcome to your 30s, baby. We
You know what's
over
crazy?
here.
My stepdad and my dad told me if a man can't do shit for you,
Yeah, let it go.
let it go.
Let it go.
If a man's not, let it go. So you think that what you're doing is okay? Well, my dad said no.
No.
My dad said no, and I don't listen to my dad on a lot of things. But I listen to my dad on that.
One day, if you judge me for the one date and stuff for it, then
We're
yeah,
just
that's a
hanging out. We're
problem.
just
Yeah.
friends, man.
Yeah, that's hurtful.
You're a crody.
I was
Crony. Like we can listen to Pop Smoke and do the whole like vibe. Like we can do all that. Like we can go see bitches together. I don't care about
Get
you.
blunts, yeah, I mean, get lit.
Get lit.
Yeah.
We call bitches over. Let's call it bodies over.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
come
don't want to be
through.
my little
through.
baddie? You want to be my little boo thing?
No.
You know, we can get together. You can have your mood swings.
Nah, you my dogs. My dogs, them.
Thanks again, folks, for listening to Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has limits. Peace and love. Y'all be safe out there.
Peace.
Bye.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.